in Germany on his first state visit since becoming monarch, underscoring Britain's efforts to build bridges with its European neighbors. Buckingham Palace announcing today Charles and Camilla will visit the EU's two biggest countries March 26th through the 31st. News and analysis at townhall.com. A new crew has arrived at the International Space Station.
NASA TV recorded the docking, which occurred at 1:40 a.m. Eastern Time.
Dragon SpaceX on the big loop, soft capture confirmed.
SpaceX Dragon copies, thank you.
The SpaceX capsule and its 4 astronauts had to wait some 65 feet from the orbiting lab as flight controllers in California scrambled to come up with a software fix for a malfunctioning capsule docking hook. The new crew is from the United States, Russia, and United Arab Emirates. Sultan Al Nayati is only the second person from the UAE to rocket into orbit. I'm Donna Warder.
Federal officials investigating a series of close calls between planes, including one this week at Boston's Logan Airport. The incidents raising questions about whether air travel is becoming more hazardous these days. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Friday. I don't do the burp because...
No, we get bells, not whistles.
Yeah, but happy.
Not horns.
Happy Friday, the final day of many of us, many people's work week.
Yeah.
Now that's a Police Academy reference.
many.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Yeah, let's do it.
Welcome to it indeed. Hope all of you are having a wonderful day. Thank you to the staff and everyone at Brendo Elementary.
Oh, that was awesome.
We had, Sean and I went and did Read Across America at Brendo Elementary.
I felt bad. I didn't tell my kids.
Oh.
Like, I didn't want... I
felt like you're cheating on them?
Yeah, kind of. A little bit. I was like, I didn't want to tell them what I did, you know? So like,
Right. No, yeah,
I mean, I read to them all the time, but, you know, but...
Sure.
It's just really cool because, you know, I like to be, you know, the expressive reader. I always like to, you know, do the characters and do voices and stuff. I had one kid in one of the classes ask me if I made Mickey Mouse.
Wow.
Yeah, because I do like high-pitched voices and stuff. I'm like, no, I just like doing
I didn't
voices.
go that far. I did some brings here and there.
No, I got to sit, and that was cool. I actually got to do a little sit-in on one of Mike's readings.
Oh, yeah, you were. So, yeah, you got to, yeah.
My co-host read to me yesterday. It was kind of interesting. I feel like we took our relationship to the next level.
He did look at me a little doughy-eyed.
I was. It was kind of like, entertain me, entertainer.
But big thank you to them. We had a good time, and matter of fact, Sheriff was out there and some of his deputies, and saw a few other folks going around doing that. Some other you know, people just reading the kids, and so thank you to everyone that did that too. That's really cool. I hope the kids had a good time, and they seem to.
Oh, they loved it. Yeah, the ones I talked to, and I was going in thinking, and I do this to myself every single time.
Yeah,
because kids can be jerks sometimes.
Oh yeah,
but they can also be just the coolest people on the planet.
Why do you think that Kids Say the Darndest Thing show was on for 1,000 years?
But they can also be the coolest people on the planet. So I'm like, I was going in like trying to make sure I was all like, you know, I want to be the cool guy, like I even think I dropped like some old or some language the kids say, like I'm going to yeet myself across the hallway.
Yeah, he does that. I don't even try that. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not even going to play that angle. I'm not going to, just because I would embarrass myself so badly.
Well, that's part of the fun, though, isn't it? Look at an old guy trying.
Well, I think hopefully most of the teachers weren't too frustrated because, like, the teachers in the classroom, they got the kids like. They don't want you just blurting out. They want you raising hands and things. I forget, too. And I'm not built that way because I'm just like, I'm reading the story and I'm like, hey, how many of y'all been to Berlin? And then they all start talking and I think it drives the teachers nuts. I was like cool with it. I'm just like, hey, this is just a group thing. Shout it out, brother. Let's go. And that's not how school works. Right. Well, and so I think, I hope I didn't make teachers mad doing it.
The funny part to me was, okay, so in the class, and I don't know if you were doing this in every class, but in the class that I sat in on.
Yeah, I do it every class.
There were two students that were a little hard of hearing.
Yes, so I had mic'd up and everything.
We were mic'd up, and we had a sign language interpreter next to us.
Oh, yeah.
And she was having to, like, sign out the banter that Mike was having between, like, a student that was right next to him, and they were just having like a conversation, and she's signing fervently.
Yeah. Well, and I got infatuated with the interpreter because I get distracted easily, and that's what happens to me.
And when you're reading Dr. Seuss, these aren't exactly words.
Right. So I'm reading the words, and then there's a scene where the book I'm reading. Spoiler alert: the kid wants to stay in bed, but you want to find out what happens.
By the way. Talk about committing to the bit. I give that kid props.
Yeah. But anyway, so there's words in there where the kid's like, I'm not going to stay, I'm going to ziz, zaz, zuz. And I just said, because I said, I want to see how she interprets zuz. And then she's interpreting to the other person. He said he wanted to know how I interpret zuz. And I'm just watching this guy. And I'm like, what was zuz again? And so I got fascinated. So hopefully I didn't get too, it
was all in fun.
I am who I am. I'm a little smart and a lot of stupid. And I get distracted easy and things that, I get... I miss the big picture because I get so wrapped up in detail sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah, the world's ending. How do they do that?
All right. Here's what I think happens a lot to you and me specifically.
Yeah.
Because we don't like go out really outside of like this.
Yeah.
We kind of tend to get in our own bubbles where it's like, I'm here, I'm in my car, I'm with my friends, I'm at home, I'm with my kids.
Sure.
I'm doing these things.
Sure.
I'm in these little, in these compacts, whatever
you
want to call them. Not very often do we get to go out and kind of like mingle with the public and be reminded that, oh yeah, we are kind of personalities, aren't we?
There's probably a reason we're not out in public.
It's like I leave things like that going, I am somebody, huh? It made me feel good. The kids like came up and we took a picture afterwards, and like in the last class, and like a couple of them gave me a big old hug, and it was just it was really nice.
I'm glad. See, I always think I'm sure they thought I was an idiot, and then I move along with my day.
I spend most of my life having to be like on, so it's it's nice when that's appreciated.
I get you. I get you. But hopefully they weren't. They were happy. No one seemed to be mad, so they were all smiling.
We'll see if we get asked back next year.
Yeah, right.
That's the test right there.
You're all like,
Kim's like, I got these radio guys.
And they're like, nah,
we're
thanks,
good.
Thanks.
We're set.
Deputy's got a few more. Sheriff's got a few more deputies they can bring.
He's been recruiting. It's become sheriff's read around the school.
That's right. Thanks, but no.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Well, happy Friday.
Yes.
And if we did do bad, we will wallow our sorrows in delicious McDonald's food.
That's a great way to wallow.
That's right. Big thank you to McDonald's for sponsoring us each and every Friday and providing us with delicious breakfast treats. And
that sounds good. I'll have that.
Exactly. And I'm not going to lie, I had a long day yesterday, so my Coke Zero from McDonald's here is hitting the spot this morning.
It hits a little different, doesn't it?
I don't drink coffee, so this is my coffee.
I've been drinking a lot less coffee.
Have you?
I don't know. I maybe I want to get back. It's just I don't feel like I need it as much anymore.
Well, do you ever drink regular coffee, or is it always that butter concoction?
No, I mean I drink regular coffee.
Okay.
I prefer to have butter in it, but
I didn't know if that was like how you did it every time.
Not every time. It's more often than not. I'll say that.
I didn't know if you went to like
since I've
Stella or Starbucks and said, "Can you give me a coffee and put a big thing of butter in it?"
I don't don't have a Starbucks order. Yeah. So like when we went to Vegas, every time we passed a Starbucks, we had to stop. And I love my friends, but they don't understand is the reason we were late to everything and having to rush always is because we were taking 45 minutes of time to go to Starbucks. And I don't have a Starbucks order. So I put one together, you know, because I'm not going to get nothing.
Well, I will never forget the first time I went in there and I was like, because I don't like coffee. And I was like, I'll have tea.
They do have a good selection of teas.
I said, well, that's what I said. I said, I'll have iced tea. And they're like, oh, well, what kind? I was like, tea kind?
They were like, oh God, you're that guy.
This was years ago.
You're Dennis Leary pulling flavored coffee.
Yeah, I was. And I was like, you know, like when I say I want an iced tea and someone gives me an iced tea, I want that. And they're like, black tea? And they give me all dirty look like, black tea? I'm like, okay, whatever you call it. When I say I want iced tea and they give me iced tea, that's what I want.
That. Oh, like you've never been to a diner.
Yeah. And I was like, I know it's not green. I don't care what color it is. I just want tea colored. It's more of a brown, actually. I don't know. But anyway.
Yeah, I like a nice chai tea.
That's what the first time I ever walked into Starbucks, that was my a tea. Mm-hmm. I want tea flavored tea. Yeah. What size? Large, and that was a whole nother thing.
That's a whole other thing.
Let me give you the rundown for today's show. By the way, big thank you to McDonald's.
Yes.
Swing by any of your McDonald's. Don't forget to download that app and utilize it. It will be your friend. You can get free food. First order, you're building reward points, and next thing you know it, you're getting free sandwiches. I will tell you this, because this is my problem. Mm-hmm. You build rewards quickly because the deals that they give to everybody, sometimes are better than
most of the time. They're
free
better.
rewards. Yeah. So I end up using my deals and saving my points.
Almost every single time I go through the drive-thru, I'm pulling up that 20% off.
Exactly.
$5 or more.
Yeah, that's there, and it's like expires today, but it doesn't. It's there every day.
They reissue it.
They reissue it every day, and it's amazing. So to save a few bucks, earn yourself some free food. You deserve it. And big thank you to McDonald's for sponsoring us each and every week here. So
yeah.
I'm still all in on those blueberry cream pies, by the way.
Still good.
I hope they keep those permanent.
I really feel like if nothing else, I feel like it's going to become like a seasonal thing.
The new McRib.
That's almost like a late winter, early spring thing.
Not for me.
Because spring starts March 20th. So if they can,
you give that to me in July, I'm going to be eating the heck out of it.
Sure.
You give it to me in August, September, I'm going to be eating the heck out of that thing.
I don't know why, but I feel like a blueberry pie feels like a spring dessert.
I guess because my grandmother had the blueberry bush in her backyard, so it was like blueberries all the time.
That's awesome.
And that rules. I grew up, especially when I went to her house up near blueberry muffins, it was just blueberry everything every day.
That rules.
So
yeah, we had mulberries. That's what I grew up with.
They're not bad.
Oh yeah, but 9 times out of 10 they had some kind of something living in them.
Who's living in the mulberry bush?
Is that a seed or is that an ant? I can't tell. Either way, it's protein.
That's right.
Drop it down.
Well, I did see who was it? IKEA. You see this? Apparently IKEA, you know how they do the meatballs?
Yeah.
Well, apparently they're going to be offering, I guess, at some of these IKEAs. I've never been to an IKEA. I have no idea what it's like, but I've heard of them. I like my furniture put together. But anyway, apparently they're doing, how they do the give free meatballs or they sell meatballs. They have meatballs at IKEA. I know that. Well, apparently they're now trying to get people to eat bugs. So they're doing offering a menu of these bug-based burgers and bug-based meatballs and bug-based foods that they want to introduce to people.
I don't know, man.
Right?
I don't know, dude.
I like cows.
I feel like I'm okay with eating bugs as long as they're dried and
as a once in a while
with
thing that maybe
seasoning.
Yeah, maybe to try
for the story.
Yeah,
sure.
I don't want it as my daily diet.
Ooh.
No. Yeah.
Feels dystopian. When they're trying to normalize us eating bugs and Chat GPT is taking over everything, I'm just
saying it's out there. So
neat.
All right.
I bet they're delicious with some lingonberry jam.
I'm just thankful for McDonald's.
Oh, me too. I am loving it.
I don't think McDonald's is going to introduce me a cricket burger anytime soon.
No, if you're thinking about it, McDonald's, Nah.
No.
Don't.
Just keep making blueberry cream pies and bring back the McRib. That will be good to go. All right, it is 7:18. I haven't even done the rundown. I should do that. We're going to replay an interview this hour next. Amy McVeigh-Tejas joined us earlier this week talking about scholarships and things, but also they rescheduled Sunday Fun Day for this Sunday. It was postponed. They had the weather issues last week, so we're going to last-minute reminder about coming out to Sunday Fun Day. In the 8 o'clock hour, we got another last-minute reminder. Yesterday, we had Desi Aguilar and Eric Evertson with Leadership Roswell Alumni Association talk about their Teen Leadership Institute, which is coming up later this month, but the deadline to get your applications is today, end of business today. So we're going to play that interview, remind folks, hopefully get your applications in. Scholarship money for high school seniors, juniors, pretty good deal there. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15, we'll have Barbara Gomez from Main Street Roswell join us. Usually one of the board members comes as well and gives us an update what's going on through Main Street Roswell. Plus, we'll do all of your features and include the news of the local, national variety, Wall Street business update, and whatever else we can come up with for today's show. Before we do any of that, though, let's take a gander at your weather. Warmer temps are on the way.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty good for the upcoming weekend. We'll have high pressure over the area and mostly sunny skies today, and our afternoon high should be in the upper 60s. As far as the wind goes, just a little bit breezy, but not too windy. Wind will be out of the west at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Overnight, down to the low 30s and clear, and then we're in the upper 60s and a little bit breezy for Saturday and Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 32 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 64%. Winds are calm at the moment. Sunny today, and as Steve mentioned, 69 for a high, so pretty warm. West winds 5 to 15. Clear tonight. Overnight low of 34. West winds at around 10. Saturday, sunny and 71. North winds 5 to 15. Saturday night, mostly clear and 38 for an overnight low. For you Sunday, sunny and highs near 80. 79 officially, but a little breezy. Not as bad as this week, but breezy nonetheless. Southwest winds 5 to 10 in the morning, increasing 15 to 20, gusting as high as 30 by Sunday afternoon. Partly cloudy Sunday night, overnight low of 42, and then mostly sunny and 81 on Monday. And then we'll be in the upper 70s near 80 on Tuesday, dropping down to the mid-60s and upper 50s by Wednesday and Thursday of next week. All right, it is 7:21. We're going to take a 2-minute commercial break, and then we're going to play our interview with Amy McVeigh-Tejas from the Historical Society talking about their upcoming events, including the rescheduled Sunday Fun Day happening this Sunday, 3 p.m. at the Archives facility. That's on the other side. Don't go away.
Hey, Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing. Trustmark is one of the only roofing companies that's also a licensed commercial and residential general contractor.
Wow.
I know, who cares, right? Well, you should care. You see, a licensed roofer can install a new roof on your home, but really can't handle structural problems underneath. So if your roof needs reframing or your chimney needs a water-diverting cricket, you may need to call a licensed general contractor. And coordinating 2 companies for your roofing job can get costly and messy fast. As a licensed roofer and general contractor, Trustmark can install a stunning new roof on your home and handle structural issues. This saves you time, money, hassle, and even makes it easier to file an insurance claim. Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring roof and gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF or visit us at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
The mission of Country Club Road is to know Jesus and make Jesus known. We want to know Jesus better so we can become more like him and be moved to share Jesus with those around us. One of the words that best describes Jesus is authentic. This is a word that should describe Christians as well. Unfortunately, sometimes those who claim to be Christians are the most unauthentic people. We put on our masks and try to be something we aren't. Jesus came from a humble background. He didn't need to act like a king because he knew he was the king and eventually he would rule. Although he was perfect, he didn't lord it over them he encountered. Yet he knew he was something different. He was different from the religious leaders. He was definitely different from anyone they had encountered before. Those he met felt his strength, power, concern, and ultimately his love. His character could not be questioned without spreading lies. The truth always came to light. Let's strive to remove our masks and be authentically his in this world.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The catfish has over 27,000 taste buds. Do you think they prefer fried or blackened? Here's Mike Winters.
Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 23 minutes in studio this morning from the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico. Amy McVeigh is back with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? And good morning. It is 23 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning from the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico, Amy McVeigh is back with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. Life's been busy.
Yes, life has been busy. I haven't been on the radio that much.
Yeah, I know. It's been a few weeks since we've had a chance to see you on here. A lot going on. Good news. If you just so happen to miss Sunday Fun Day, because you're like, I can't make it. It ended up getting canceled because of the wind and all that mess we were dealing with on Sunday. It has been rescheduled for this Sunday. So come on, same time, same channel, everything just one Sunday ahead. 3 o'clock at the Archives facility right next door to the museum there, 208 North Lee. And, of course, it'll be John LeMay with his latest book, Once Upon a Time in Fort Sumner, telling some tales that are kind of associated with the book and things. He's not going to read from the book, but kind of talk about some of the stories surrounding the book.
That's right. We are set up and ready to go, and I think we might have another special guest pop in. So, if you attend these Sunday Fun Days, you never know. Somebody else just might pop in.
Oh, good. Well, hopefully
they're just donating books and trying to do great things to help the Historical Society. We are eternally grateful and really excited. So, show up, and you might see another special guest.
Come out, and good news is, according to the weather right now, they don't talk about wind. Just mostly sunny and 72.
There you go.
So
well, we lost electricity at the museum for a bit, then I lost it at home, and boy, I'm telling you, that was a crazy day.
Yeah.
But, we're very thankful to get things rescheduled, so we're excited. Make sure individuals listening, bring your loose change, bring a friend, and come out on Sunday.
Absolutely. Come see and come hear and of course, if you would like to purchase other books or things or do, or take a tour or something like that, we can make all of that happen on Sunday here. But 3 o'clock when everything gets underway. It's completely free. Doesn't cost anything. Like I said, if you'd like to make a donation to the loose change or purchase a book or something, great. But you're not under any obligation to do any of that. We just love to have you come out.
And you'll receive a little gift for any purchase made on Sunday.
Yeah, we just love to have you come out and participate in the event.
For sure.
Speaking of, we are officially at the halfway point, I guess you could say, for scholarships. Officially.
That's right.
Technically, we have a little bit longer because February is a shorter month.
That's right. A little bit.
But we're at the 1 month. You got a 1 month left to get get your applications in for the Hayes Family Scholarships. They've been doing this through the Historical Society for years. Again, we're always very thankful that they choose us to be kind of the stewards of this program. And we've got more scholarships. We got a few new ones. A new one this time too. I think it's the first time we've ever been able to offer for college students a scholarship. I think it's always been high school seniors, and this is the first year we've got one that is available for continuing education students as well.
It's exciting. And Mike, I have great news. The procrastination isn't to the level it has been in the past. Mike, we have quite a few applications already.
Good. I'm glad people are getting ahead of the curve here.
Our chair, Travis Ackerman, communicated with me and he said, we have applications. We're given a little bit more time because, well, and you know what? We started a little bit earlier. One thing that I know just from having a husband that's high school counselor, boy, things at the end get so crazy and busy. So we wanted to offer these applications a little bit earlier, giving them time before things get really, really crazy. So we do. I want to encourage individuals that are putting it off or procrastinating, get those applications in. We do have quite a few applications already. We're really, really excited about this year. And something else that I would like to mention as I was talking to Tina Cisneros out at New Mexico Youth Challenge Academy, I can't believe graduation will be in June again.
I know.
What?
Tomorrow's March.
For New Mexico Youth Challenge Academy. So we are partnering with them again for those scholarship opportunities directly for cadets that are doing great things out at New Mexico Youth Challenge Academy. So we're already working with them on those things also.
Great to hear it. Great to, and who knows, maybe a few of those students will qualify for some of these scholarships.
And speaking of scholarships, while I'm thinking about it, we had a Teen Leadership Institute meeting yesterday, and if individuals are listening and they have students or neighbors or friends or kids or whatever that are putting off, we have a lot of Teen Leadership Institute applications. So for one reason or another, so the deadline is this week. We want to encourage kids and students listening or whomever, get those applications in because they have really been coming in. And don't miss out on that opportunity.
We will have Desi in later this week. Yeah. I think Thursday or I don't remember what day, but as a last minute reminder saying, that's right. I think it is Thursday because I think that's the second. I think that's the last day. Yeah. So as a last minute reminder, get these applications in. It's really, the event itself is just a couple of weeks away.
It really is.
We need to get all those applications in before Thursday here, or by the end of day Thursday.
Well, and and that's something else, Mike. I believe additional monies might be available by scholarships for the Historical Society. We're just receiving some donations, and we'll have more information on that, especially regarding the Mexico Youth Challenge Academy. But we are getting donations in for Teen Leadership Institute. So I think we are hoping and praying that we might be offering more scholarships than we ever have through Teen Leadership Institute.
That's always a thing we love to have that ability to do here. And I got to be honest, sometimes we're always wishing on when we do the Hayes family. It's like, man, we wish we could get more because there are so many great applications that turn in. And don't get me wrong, I want y'all to make it hard like you do every year for these folks. I want to get as many applications in there and make it so it's a real spirited debate because we want that caliber of students that are applying.
There's so many silent servants. I was speaking to Mary Lou Glass's daughter on the phone the other day, and we were talking about the legacy of Mary Lou Glass, and the word silent servant comes to mind. We have so many silent servants on the Historical Society Committee regarding those scholarships. That's a big committee we have. That's a hard job to do. They take their job very seriously. We already have those spreadsheets ready, and boy, they're going to critique every little thing. But silent servants on there, a huge thank you to them, and especially Teen Leadership Institute. There's so many people that you and I are part of so many different organizations. Sure. So those silent servants, they don't say much. They're in the background getting things done, getting monies. Yep. Yes, and so huge shout out to what we call around the Historical Society that Mary Lou Glass legacy. Absolutely. Getting the job done behind closed doors and not wanting anything to be said in public. That's a true servant to me. Too. That's awesome. Yep.
So getting back to the Linda Hayes scholarship here. Again, the deadline to register is March 31st. Yep. If you go to the history, the Historical Society's website. Yep.
RoswellNMHistory.org. You can immediately click. And somebody called just the other day and said, where do I apply? How do I do this? If you go to our website, you're going to see literally flashing little arrows. And if you click on each one and somebody got confused or saying and said they were a little bit overwhelmed, and I get it, when you go and but we wanted to make it as easy as possible. So if you see the flashing arrows and click on each one, it's going to have a specific layout of what the requirements are and what they expect of you. There will not be any commitment. It will let you click on that. They're all Google Doc forms. But if you click on each one, it's going to give you an idea. Somebody got confused about something the other day, and I understand continuing education does not mean you're in high school and you're going to continue your education. Yes. Continuing education for those, and you mentioned that scholarship, our continuing education scholarship are individuals that are in college or a training, any type of vocational schooling or anything. They are enrolled in higher learning, and that offers, and that's that. Now, the rest of the scholarships are all for high school seniors, whether they're online or in a public or private school, and it does not just mean Roswell. Got that call just the other day. I know we already have applications from Artesia. We have a great diverse group from Fort Sumner to Artesia. So anybody.
The money is spendable at any place that accepts money.
Well, and thank you for saying that, Mike, because somebody was just mentioning about our scholarships. Yeah. Our scholarships, when given and received, will be a check directly to that student, and that will allow them direct money for books and those things to pay up in advance to help them get there. We've literally had kids that had full rides and those types of things, but perhaps didn't have a laptop or couldn't literally get to their university in any way. Those monies can help. And something else, the Troy Hayes legacy continues. Not just Troy Hayes, but so many other individuals have helped to make that possible.
Absolutely.
For example, Character Counts and Chavez County Health Council helped make a new scholarship available through New Mexico Youth Challenge Academy. So these individuals that are giving just keep allowing golden opportunities and others.
Not to mention, both those organizations go out of their way to help the community. That's all they do. They don't.
Yes.
It's not like they have giant pools of money sitting around to give away either. This is on top of the community work that they already do.
Well, and I think you bring up a very good point. People that are working so hard to earn that money and then bless organizations like ours to make additional opportunities. That means just more, because you and I both know how hard it is to earn that money.
Absolutely.
Harder than ever.
People they earn their money. They want to make sure that they're doing the right things with it, and as you should. And so we donate, and when folks like the Hayes family and these other entities say, we trust you to be the stewards of this, we take that responsibility very seriously, and we're very appreciative. We want, we're so thankful for these people, but at the same time, just like you said, we have a dedicated committee that selects these guys. It's because we take it very, this is not something we take lightly, or every one of these students earns that scholarship, but at the same time, we want to make it where anybody can apply for it. So they do an amazing job of that. And if once you look at the rules for all these, because they all kind of break down humanities and art. You can kind of figure out where that goes. STEM, same thing. Character, that's kind of your be-all, catch-all. We all want to display character, good character, hopefully. And so then they continue all these kind of. So you're going to be writing essays that reflect these things. So anybody, if you're if you're pursuing careers in STEM, it's science, whatever, that's what you talk about there, and that's and so and you make the case on why you should be doing, and that's where they'll persuade and listen, and here it's taken very seriously, and it's done. And I'm telling you, I joke about giving a hard time, but I feel bad because the folks on this committee, they really strain and fret and have sleepless nights over this stuff. So they take it very seriously, and I joke you want to make it hard, but at the same time, I don't want that responsibility. I'm very appreciative of them, but I don't want their job.
Well,
You know what I mean?
When students receive our scholarships, as we had just had a meeting, and as there was a student that texted me, we stay in contact with these individuals, and they are challenged, and we pray it out, and we try to help them in any way possible. One thing that I love to say, though, is many of these scholarship recipients that are coming back for the summer, where are they volunteering? They're volunteering at the Historical Society.
They do come back and
they do.
Pay it forward, so to speak.
They really do. They stay in touch, and if they're having a hard time, they let us know. If they're having to transfer because there's situations, they let us know. So they are part of the family.
And a lot of times we put them in touch with people that can help them with that if they need additional resources or things.
And making those super connecting dots just to let them know our family is much broader than they realize. You're never
be a
alone.
part of a support system for people that want to have the Historical Society as part of their lives. And that's what it's all about.
That's very, very important.
Yeah.
Memberships. Don't forget individuals. I just was driving down the street the other day.
I got to give you a check, by the way.
It was so funny. I was driving down the street, and I was at a stoplight, and somebody said, "Hey, me, I need to get you my membership."
Well, you just did it. I got to give you one, too. I just realized
so
I missed the meeting last week, so I didn't bring my checkbook.
That's all right.
So,
That's all right.
yeah.
The individuals, I just had a sweet individual. When I opened the doors at the Historical Society, I had little envelopes. So if you keep forgetting, the Society does have a little mail slot. So if you're driving by the Society, and if you keep forgetting, drive by the museum, and on our door you'll see a little mail slot, and let me know and leave a message, and you can leave the check if you're out and about. If you're like me and you think about it at 8 o'clock at night when you're on the way over.
I don't think about it till she says something. I'm like, oh, just.
So memberships, it is that time. Our memberships are up, Mike. We are doing great with memberships.
Please don't procrastinate like me and be a bad person. Don't
and let that be the
like
gift that continues giving. We have some families becoming members. We have some individuals giving the gift and letting young kids or high school students become a member and see what it's like to be a member of an organization and do great things.
Yeah,
so
you get the newsletter. There's and different levels. different levels of sponsorship give you different perks and things.
Well, and if you're a
stuff like
member
that.
of the Historical Society and want to be part of one of our committees to get more involved, we just had an individual become a member of the Historical Society that really wants to start digging and doing research on particular things. It's a great opportunity to be part of one of our committees.
You want to have access to the archives and see some of the stuff and see how it, come volunteer, come
For
out.
sure.
And serve on we have an archives committee that
do.
they do
Have a
nothing
lot
but
of
deal
fun
with the
committees.
archives. And so if you'd like to be a part of that, I know John's always looking for,
for sure.
new folks. And
Absolutely.
I'm sure that whole committee could use another
sure. And
strong back down there.
For sure. And talking about help, fourth grade school tours are right around the corner. If you want to be part of fourth grade school tours, if you're an organization that would love to put something into over 1,000 backpacks, we have submitted for approval the backpacks. That doesn't mean we couldn't get something
We're about a
else
month away
approved.
from all that starting
we
officially.
really are.
Yeah.
So if you want to be part of helping make that possible, we've got some generous donors helping get all of our items and those things. But be a part of impacting the lives of over 1,000 fourth graders in this area, really getting down into the history of our. It's such an exciting
And
time.
it's nice that we can do it more
so
like
good.
the old normal fourth grade school tours. COVID we had to get creative on how to do something like
That's
it
right.
for the last few years.
That's
But
right.
really, this is kind of our first chance to do it like normal, like the way it was intended back when this concept came together and things like that. So that's cool that we get the kids actually come out to the property and see the things on the property and get to get their hands in making butter and doing
Yes.
some of the things
It's so
that
exciting.
they do.
And
Yeah.
they never forget it. And we've talked about that. So fourth grade school tours are right around the corner if you want to be part of it, or if you would love to offer some additional fun items in the backpacks, call the museum at 622-8333 and we can get some items approved. We've got the other museums and different things in the backpacks. So it's a great opportunity.
Well, and if you'd like to help out even another way, is we generally need the logistics of that event, like paper towels and and things
Yes.
like that. You want to
for
donate
sure.
donate
Yes.
Is it a cream? I
Little
can't remember.
cups.
Yeah.
Well, and heavy
Napkins,
cream
I mean,
and
like,
a lot
all
of
that's
a lot
useful.
of
So if you're like,
things.
hey,
for sure.
I heard you on the radio. Here's a bunch of paper towels. Will that help? Yes, it will help.
That
we will
is
find a
true.
use for
Toilet
a 12-pack of paper towels. Yes.
Paper towels.
All
those cleaning items. It's
anything
true.
will get put to use in some way, shape, or form. I
Yes.
tell you. And if you can't use it directly for the event, Amy will find an office use for it
yes.
or a museum
Yes,
use for it.
well, and office supplies, and thank you for mentioning that. I used to have a couple of angels that would hang office supplies on the door. Anything from, or if you're cleaning up offices and have just basic white paper and pens and all those things, we always accept those items. That's always a blessing at the society.
Anytime we can get that free or cheap as opposed to paying for it, then that's more money we can use for programs or paying for a roof or something like that.
I want to give a shout out to the amazing Goodwill program. The Goodwill program's been so good to us. We're thankful and so excited to have our precious Lisa that's actually at the museum right now.
COVID put a real damper on that program,
our sweet
too.
Lisa's
Yeah.
back, and that's being made possible because of the Goodwill program. We want to truly thank you. If you are saying, what in the world is the Goodwill program? Give the museum a call or call Goodwill to see how they are helping nonprofit organizations get help as we are. That is directly saving our budget.
Yeah, they're
it is a huge.
In a nutshell,
huge
they have folks that they're trying to get them on their feet, help them out, give them employment, give them opportunities to make a living and to kind of get their
in
lives
a lot
back
of different
together.
ways too.
And so they take that workforce of people and then offer them to nonprofits that we can't afford to play cleaning service or something like that.
Yes.
There's like, hey, well, we've got a person, we'll pay them, we'll take care of all that. All we need is you to allow them to come do this work. And so we've had that partnership with them, and like you said, if you think you're a nonprofit that could benefit from that, reach out to Goodwill
for sure.
But it's that program's been really in flux the last couple of years because of COVID, and we're now finally at a point where they're back to normal and we're able to have regular visits from our Goodwill folks.
So if you need more information, just call Amazing Anna.
Yeah.
Call her Amazing Anna.
And
call Goodwill and ask
but it's
for
a win-win
Amazing
for them
Anna.
too,
It
because
really
they're looking
is.
for opportunities
It is.
for folks that
It's
they
amazing.
want to help. It really is a great way, and as a nonprofit, these are the kind of things that sometimes you have the toughest time handling, the simple logistics. Everyone wants to get on board to plan the big event, but everyone's like, well, who's going to come on Sundays to make sure that the museum doesn't look like a disaster went through it?
Yes.
Here we go. We got someone that they can do that.
We're so excited.
Absolutely.
We're so excited. Before I forget, also, Jason we'll give you a call and come back on the radio. We have a great announcement. We will be making it together regarding the Heritage Dinner coming up in August. So no, it is coming, and Jason and I will
talk
come
about
back
who
on
we're honoring or what we're honoring, and
make
all
some
the
amazing
details.
announcements.
Very
We're
good.
really, really excited about the celebration this year that will continue on. Honestly, what we are doing and what we will be celebrating, it will be an ongoing celebration. So we're really excited.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So Jason and I will come back on the radio, but mark your calendars. It's coming up in August, so we're really excited on
Excellent.
that too.
So it'll be a warmer affair.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It was an amazing event. But boy, howdy, was that the coldest Heritage Dinner I've ever been a part of.
If Kay's listening right now, Kay, I know you are. She's like,
it was a great event, and thank God for all the chocolate milk I consumed.
That's right.
But
that's right.
I was
That's right. It'll
I
be
was
warm
doing the jig there.
Hey, we learned our lesson.
Yeah.
We did.
I should have got a thicker
great.
suit coat that
That's
day.
true. That's true. We could have, but we're really excited about a lot of things.
Fun,
a lot of things coming up. Our blood drive. We're about halfway there, so we need to fill up our blood drive. So if you
That's
are
coming up here
listening,
pretty
it
quick.
really is in March. And where does the time go? It'll actually be a week from Tuesday.
Okay.
So if you are able, and if you're in the system and just need to be plugged in, because Stephanie and all of them are so amazing, you can text or call me. Call my cell phone number at 575-915-4471. Our blood drive is March the 7th. That is on a Tuesday, and we need to fill up and save some lives. I know for some people who are not available or can't, give us a call or forward that on to other people. We want to fill that up for Stephanie and them and get that blood drive full.
And
so it's March the 7th.
So if you donated at the Historical Society last time, then you're about due. It's kind of timed out then. But if you didn't and you haven't donated blood in the last couple months here, please schedule an appointment. Come out. If you go through Stephanie and get the appointment and all that.
That's exactly right.
And if it's a first time, you can go pre-register through the website.
And
when you show up, you literally show up. Amy's going to hand you a bunch of goodies. They're going to roll up your sleeve, put you in the thing, and you'll be there. I think it takes about half hour, 40 minutes.
At least
for the whole process.
Not much longer than
that.
They're
and that's just you sitting there as they take the pint out.
That's exactly right.
And then
get everything done.
You get refreshments and snacks to recharge the fuel there, and it's very easy. And I say this every time: donating blood, if you're able to, is the easiest. The least amount of work that has the biggest impact on someone.
Oh, yes.
Because all you're doing is sitting there and then afterwards drinking some tea and cookies. But what you just did is someone's life is going to be saved like that.
Sure.
Or someone's life is definitely going to be made better because that unit of blood is sitting on a shelf somewhere.
And if you can't, just encourage others to. We hear this all the time.
Yeah.
Every blood drive will have somebody that will drive by and say, you know what, I'll go ahead and try it. And they're like, it's not. I think that just the thought of it, you are exactly right. Though it is easy and you can impact
pound for
that.
pound. Yeah,
for sure.
It's the least amount of effort with the greatest benefit.
Sure.
The juice is so much worth the squeeze there.
Sure.
Pardon the pun there, but just give it. And I know, and trust me, I grew up with a fear of needles. I didn't like them. The United States military changed me of that because one day I got poked and prodded at like day 2 of basic training. I to this day have no idea what they stuck in my arm. I mean, they were just not my arm either. There was other parts of the body where they were sticking needles in. But after that, I was like, it ain't so bad. I literally got 27 shots in one day today here. I think it's not that big a deal.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not like, can't wait till someone jabbed me in the arm today. But it was all overhyped in my head. And the people that have that fear, I get it. I was there. Right. But a lot of it is up in your melon. It's up in your melon.
For sure.
It is what it is.
I mean, before you know it, an hour later, you're doing work, you're taking care of things. You have to be safe, of course, but you've already forgotten it's happened
and
for
to
the
be
most
honest,
part.
the people of Vitalent, they do this all day.
They do.
So they're really good. Like, there's some people, they're phlebotomists that can do it, and then others that just seem to be a little more painful. Everyone at Vitalent, because they, you know what I'm saying?
That
smooth as silk.
Engine.
They're smooth as silk. So they have no problem finding veins
For sure.
or do it. They just seem to be really good at it.
Mm-hmm.
So rest assured, what you're doing is all good, and it's going to be a 99.9% of the time positive experience.
That's exactly right.
Another pro tip is iron up, especially females. Men generally, and I'm not trying to be stereotypical here. it's the science.
No, it's right.
Generally, men don't suffer from an iron deficiency. I guess because we eat a lot more meat than women. I don't know, but it is not uncommon for females to be a little low on their iron before they donate. So my best suggestion is eat hearty before you go.
For sure.
It's not like lab work where they tell you to starve. Right. You want to go get you some fish and broccoli or liver and onions, whatever you're into, that's loaded in iron, and have a nice healthy meal before you head out to donate blood. And trust me, because people that have had bad experiences donating blood, it's because they didn't eat or they did things that made their body woozy or lightheaded because they didn't do a kind of proper prep before donating. And so drink plenty of fluids, and eat a good hearty meal. Healthy meal before you head to donate blood, and trust me, your event will go much smoother.
That's for sure.
But I'm just knowing, just from my wife and every experience personally, when we go to donate blood, females generally are lower in iron, that's kind of an issue sometimes.
That's right.
So, but again, talk to Stephanie when you call and schedule an appointment. You have questions. The staff will answer all that. So, but there's something else I was going to mention.
A couple of things while I'm thinking about it. We're doing a little training. So for volunteers that want to get involved, if you'd love to be a volunteer and give tours at the museum.
Be a docent?
Or perhaps you were a docent, and for other circumstances, we've had some people out for health reasons and different things. We want to remind people we're offering the greatest service, in my opinion, we ever have, and that is booking by appointments, doing tours in the morning, doing tours in the evening, doing tours on the weekend, rescheduling, doing fun things, doing tours for groups. But we're kind of just having a little training next week. So if you think that's something I've been wanting to do, give us a call at 622-8333. We would love to get involved. Miss Jane's going to head up that little tour and fun things. So give us a call. We would love to have you be part of it. And it's a good refresher.
Yeah.
Just kind of a refresher. We love to just go over things and improve on things.
And
we
here's
can
the thing. All are welcome.
Yes.
Some of our best docents are little young men.
Yes.
So if
or
children,
families.
Families,
or
children,
couple.
There is no, I don't care if you're 12. If you have an interest and love it and want to come out and be a docent, come on out and bring your parents or bring your guardians or whoever. Maybe you can get them to be docents too.
Or if you're a couple and the man says, well, I'm a little fidgety and I don't want...
Tag team it together.
We always have little fix-its and those kinds of things. We love to come
Maybe
in
you can Sonny and share it up and around the place, exactly.
To me, that's the golden opportunity is the husband and wife kind of tag team and working together.
Because, to be honest, it gives it better because if you have more than one person in the family committed to it, they kind of feed off each other and push each other. So when there's a day that's like, I don't know if I got up for you, and then, come on, we're going.
We've just had some volunteers, Miss Melanie, Miss Donna, the Strange family, and of course Fred and Miss Jane, and some board members. But the Miss Melanies of the world, Melanie Deason, shout out to her. She's never stopped volunteering. And when I say that, she's just always there. And she offers such a great service. So huge shout out for her. I was driving by yesterday and saw her blessing somebody on the side of the street. That's Miss Melanie. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We need more Melanies.
Good people
just good people. We have an amazing volunteer staff that are volunteering from home or on call or even daily. So we get more involved. Whether it's with the Historical Society or other organizations, need volunteers. But if you want to get more involved, 622-8333. We're selling herd prints, doing just framing one for somebody, doing some great things. That's a great gift. So if you need a herd print, need a gift, we have new books in. There's always fun things going on. You know there is, Mike. Always something going on.
Absolutely. Spring's right around the corner. Mother's Day, Father's Day.
We've got some fun events, though, coming up that we'll be announcing.
Absolutely.
And one of our events include flowers. I just think that's fun to say. Come on, that's fun. So we might throw a little book and a flower together. Imagine that. So we don't have some official dates. But I will say this, Mike, for people listening, with our insurance going up through the roof, wow, insurance, but we have to have it. We at the Historical Society are having to make some hard decisions and intentional efforts to focus on fundraising. So school tours and those things, that's non-negotiable.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do that.
Those happen.
And they're sponsored, so it's huge. Thank you to those people that made those possible. But some of our fun events were, especially on the property of the Historical Museum and Society, we are having to focus on fundraising. So that's hard, and you know that. But we will do our very best, and in all circumstances, to celebrate history, whether you're a fourth grader, whether it's at schools, whether it's history clubs. But we're going to do some fun fundraising coming up in the fall, and we're looking forward to talking about some fundraisers that we have.
Come out, volunteer, come to our meetings, come serve on a committee, or become a member of the society. All of that. Again, RoswellNMHistory.org is our website.
622-8333, or you can email me at historydirector@outlook.com, or follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We're always offering information
and of course,
and updates.
if you want more information about anything we've talked about, come out Sunday. Come out Sunday fun day at 3 o'clock. John, Amy will, we'll have plenty of people there that you can talk to that can give you information if you want to learn more about some of the other things we do at the Historical Society. And don't forget too, if you've got need a rental space for a business meeting or a small quinceañera or wedding reception or something like that, the archives facility is available for rent. It's probably can seat about 70, 75 people, I think is what the capacity is. Has a kitchen, has a full amenities there. So if you want to do a little meal and something, it's got all the things you need to do that. And just reach out to Amy. She'll tell you all the.
Or if you just want a tour, give us a call. So 622-8333. Yeah. We're always up for presentations and different things. Anyway, we can be part of your organization, reminding about history and those kinds of things. We're all in.
Absolutely. And then, of course, if you want any of John's books or Donna Blake Virgil's books or Elvis Fleming or any of those, Roswell and History, we got them all there, or just come by.
And we've got some books that are limited. So John has mentioned some special books that we have a limited count. We are selling them, so don't put off coming to the Sunday Fun Day and then expect some books to be available.
Absolutely.
So some books, that Billy the Kid book that we received donations, were limited on that. So come out and see. You can show up and get those golden opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 o'clock this Sunday. Get there a couple minutes early, mingle and hang out. But completely free. Just come bring the family.
It's a family-friendly event. That's right.
Good deal. Well, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
We'll see you I might see you this afternoon, I think.
I think so.
Take care, Amy. It is 9:55. New Mexico legislative update. Quick break before we go.
This is Jason S.
A 14-year-old New Mexico boy accused of shooting and killing a classmate in 2021 has pleaded no contest to a charge of second-degree murder. The boy will remain in state custody until he's 21, the maximum sentence allowed for a child under state law. The shooter opened fire during the lunch hour at Washington Middle School in front of numerous students who had returned for the fall semester just a couple of days earlier. Police said the victim, 13-year-old Benny Hargrove, was trying to protect another boy who was being bullied. You're up to date. Local news headlines. I'm Jared Sorello reporting.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. We had a little softball action yesterday. I'm sure the Roswell Coyotes were hoping for a better result than what happened. This was in softball, and Piedra Vista paid a visit to Roswell and won 18-0. That was the season opener for the Lady Coyotes. Season opener for the Roswell Lady Rockets are today at the Hobbs tournament. They'll play Hobbs. That starts at 4 o'clock. You got basketball tonight in the form of the Dexter Demons playing in the Class 3A opening round. Dexter's the 15th seed, and the Demons will visit Farmington to play Navajo Prep. And that starts at 6. Navajo Prep is the 2nd seed. And let's not forget about Goddard tomorrow. The Rockets will be in the 4A boys basketball tournament playing at Academy. That starts at 5 o'clock. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander.
Macy's beat estimates for holiday quarter results and forecast annual profit largely above expectations, as the department store operator looks to rein in promotions to beef up its margins, sending its shares up 10% on Thursday. Like many retailers, Macy's offered steep discounts during the holiday season to get rid of excess inventory and attract inflation-weary customers. Kroger reported bumper quarterly results and forecast annual profit above Wall Street estimates, as the U.S. grocer bets on higher food prices and embarks on cost-cutting measures across its digital business and supply chain. General Electric plans to invest more than $450 million in its existing manufacturing facilities in the United States this year and hire more than 1,700 employees in a bid to bolster its aerospace and energy businesses. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Get lucky during the St. Patrick's Day Vehicle Elimination Event at Roswell Nissan. With a lot chock full of the best deals of the year, you'll be saving the green. Get a free 12-pack and a box of Lucky Charms just for stopping by. Free tumbler with a test drive and a free car cleaning kit with a purchase. Then join Roswell Nissan for the Pot of Gold giveaway on Saturday, March 4th from 10 to 1 with free hot cocoa station, stuff for the kids, and your chance to score an air fryer, Beats headphones, and even a $200 Visa gift card. Get lucky during the St. Patrick's Day Vehicle Elimination Event at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
Your destination for health is closer than you think. You don't have to drive hours for personalized care. You can get high-quality health care right here, close to home, at Artesia General Hospital. From hip, knee, and shoulder replacements to sports injuries, general surgery, pain management, and wound care, our providers will help you get back to doing the things you love right here in Southeast New Mexico. Artesia General Hospital is here for you when you need us. To learn more about some of our key service lines, visit artesiageneral.com/closer.
No static at all. Your new home for talk radio is KEND Roswell.
And we're closing in on 8 o'clock. Stay tuned. Next hour, we're going to play our interview with Desi and Eric from the Leadership Roswell Alumni Association, talking about their teen leadership deadlines today. That's up next. Don't go away.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Parts of Texas and Louisiana have been ravaged by tornadoes as a powerful storm that dumps so much snow on California moves eastward.
Strong winds and rain knocked out power to hundreds of thousands of people in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and hundreds of flights into and out of the Dallas area were canceled. In nearby Hurst, Texas, Michael Roberts tells KDFW-TV that the storm tore the ceiling off his apartment.
You can see it coming in, it got really windy, and out of nowhere it hit, and the whole building started shaking.
Wind gusts of more than 70 miles per hour were reported in Texas. Teams from the National Weather Service plan today to survey storm-hit areas. I'm Donna Warder.
Sentencing today for a disgraced South Carolina lawyer convicted of murdering his wife and one of their sons. Alex Murdaugh found guilty in the shooting deaths of the two victims on the family's estate in 2021. Jurors deliberated less than 3 hours before delivering the guilty verdict. President Biden vows to sign a bill that would block an overhaul of Washington, D.C.'s criminal code.
Joe Biden has long supported D.C. statehood, but the president says he will sign a Republican-sponsored resolution blocking the city's new crime law. At the White House, spokeswoman Karine Jean-Pierre struggled to explain that Mr. Biden still believes Washington, D.C. should govern itself.
The decision that he is making, he's making it for the people of D.C.
In a tweet, the president said he doesn't support a move by D.C. to lower penalties for carjackings. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Hoping for a winning week, Wall Street opened higher this morning with the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P all starting off the day in positive territory. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
A Cambodian court has found the leader of the dissolved Cambodian National Rescue Party guilty of treason. He's been sentenced to 27 years imprisonment to be served under house arrest.
The Cambodian courts are widely seen as being firmly under the control of Hun Sen, the man who's ruled Cambodia for 38 years. So few will be surprised by this verdict. Kem Sokha, a former human rights advocate, led the main opposition party through a series of increasingly strong election performances to a point where it seemed poised to unseat Hun Sen from power. In September 2017, he was arrested in his home and charged with conspiring with the United States to overthrow the government. His Cambodian National Rescue Party was dissolved, and most of its leaders either prosecuted or forced to flee into exile.
And that is BBC correspondent Jonathan Head reporting. News and analysis at townhall.com. A now former Maryland mayor is facing child porn charges.
Police in Prince George's County, Maryland, outside Washington, D.C., have charged former College Park Mayor Patrick Willian with possession and distribution of child pornography. Willian was arrested Thursday morning and charged with 56 counts. Police carried out a search warrant at his home on February 28th, seizing multiple cell phones, a storage device, a tablet, and a computer. College Park is best known as the home of the University of Maryland. In a statement, the city of College Park said the 47-year-old Willian, who's been mayor since 2015, submitted a letter of resignation effective immediately. I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
East Palestine, Ohio residents say they're still suffering from illnesses almost a month after a train carrying toxic chemicals derailed. They confronted the railroad's operator last evening in a town hall forum. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Deuce.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday.
Yeah, buddy.
Welcome to the final day of your week. For most.
Breathe it in.
Enjoy it.
Feels different. It smells different. I don't know. Just hits different.
And the weather's even nice.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like near 70 today. We're going to be near 80 like Sunday. It's supposed to be breezy though, but warmer temps.
Yeah, good day to get out there and make repairs to the town after the week of ravaging winds.
I did see, like last night, I had meetings last night, and on my way home, this was about probably 8 o'clock or so after 8. I was going down Main Street, and sure enough, there were trash cans, like private trash cans blown into Main Street. It wasn't even like from, because Main Street, you don't see a lot of those house trash cans sitting out on Main Street.
Sure.
And there was a couple of them blown. It was just off to the side of the road, but it was kind of in the median or in the shoulder there. Mm-hmm. And I was like, where the heck did those come from? But
that's crazy.
Blew in. But that wind and everything, but less of that for today and tomorrow and maybe Sunday a little bit breezy, but yeah. enjoy.
Soak in just the normalcy.
So you can get good milkshake weather.
Ooh.
Go to McDonald's, get you, not maybe at 8 in the morning, but here in a couple hours, get you a milkshake.
The Shamrock Shake.
It is, 'tis the season.
'Tis indeed.
Although I'm an OG chocolate guy.
You can get the Shamrock Oreo McFlurry also.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yes.
Kind of a mint chocolate chip situation going on. Yeah. Have you had one?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have not.
Yeah. If you like a Thin Mint,
I do.
If you like a mint Oreo,
I do.
You will absolutely love this. It is top notch.
I like all of those things. So, yeah. So, give her a little dance. Today's a good day for that. Weather's warm. Be nice. Get you a quarter pounder corn cheese with a big Shamrock Shake or McFlurry.
Nice.
Some fries, of course.
Oh, yeah.
I saw a deal last night. I don't remember what they called it. I'm guessing it's on the app, but you get like a 20-piece chicken nuggets, a basket of fries, and 4 hot and spicy chicken sandwiches
for $16.99.
For like $16.99. Yeah, I was like, that's a lot of food for $16.99.
Yeah, it's like an entire hen house.
Yeah. That's a cluck-worthy meal.
I love a good basket of fries. That is a simple solution.
A question for you, because I've never ordered the basket of fries. In your opinion, what is the count for number of people that a basket of fries, adults versus children? What would you say? I would say at least 2 adults.
Okay, so here's what we do.
Okay.
When we go through the drive-through, we have a very standard order. Unless Rhiannon's in chicken nugget mood, and then it changes. She gets a McDouble, no pickles. My son usually gets a 4 to 6 piece chicken nuggets, depending upon how hungry he is. We get a basket of fries. I get either a fillet of fish or hot and spicy chicken. She gets a large ice water with extra ice because she likes chewing the ice. He gets a small High C orange. I get usually Coke Zero, and that basket of fries is good for all of us.
Okay.
That's enough for them and for me. And my kid, well, specifically Rhiannon, is a fry fanatic. She'll wait around to see if Hunter's done with his fries, and then she'll eat his.
Would you safe to say, like for adults, maybe 2 adults
Let's say 2 adults.
Would comfortably eat a basket of fries?
It's like a large.
Is 3 too many or 3 okay too?
I would say it's a large and a medium.
Okay. All right. I got you.
Roughly.
So 2 to 3 people easily on a basket of fries. There. I was just kind of curious what was because I'm looking like 4 sandwiches, 20 nuggets. How many people is this intending to feed? That's a lot of food.
One man in the dream.
It seems like too much for 2 people.
Right.
Maybe not quite enough for 4. Maybe 3's the sweet spot there.
I don't know, man. I think that's a good 4-person meal.
Well, if they're like me, they're not, because I'll eat 2 or 3 of those chicken sandwiches by myself.
It's basically a brown bag special. It's their meal for the family, essentially. Because you said how many sandwiches?
4 hot and spicies.
4 hot and spicies.
Which are the smaller sandwiches. They're not the
20-piece?
20-piece and a basket of fries.
And a basket. Okay, yeah.
I think, in my head, fat guy head, 3 people.
I don't know, man. I think that feeds 4 people, because I could see
4 normal people?
Yeah.
People like me?
Okay.
No.
You split a 20-piece 4 ways, right? 5 nuggets each. Okay. You get your McChicken.
Yeah.
And 5 nuggets and a quarter of a basket of fries.
Yeah.
4 people. That's a good meal.
It is, unless you're fat like me and want more. A gluttonous
I'm just saying, you and 3 of your friends can eat for basically $4 each.
Yeah, it's a great deal. But anyway, download the app. Check it. I bet it's on the deals app. If you go into the app right now and look, I bet that deal is on there.
I know.
And I know they've been offering. I think it's passed, but they were offering like free Big Macs for McDelivery if you use McDelivery for the first time. I've still not used McDelivery.
I haven't either. It's just with 3 convenient locations right here in Roswell. I mean, why bother?
I feel a need to.
Yeah, I need to. Let's see.
But maybe one day.
Scrolling through the deals.
Just one day I might make delivery just to say I did.
Didn't see it there, but let's see. Oh, we go to the main page.
All right. Well, anyway, download the app. It's amazing. Big thank you to McDonald's, and definitely get that app, start utilizing it, and making it your friend today. We're going to replay our interview we had yesterday. Desi Aguilar and Eric Evertson, they are with the Leadership Roswell Alumni Association, also with the New Mexico Military Institute. That's kind of their day job. But they came in to remind us about the Teen Leadership Institute 2023, which the event itself will take place later this month, March 26th through the 28th. However, applications are accepted through the end of today, March the 3rd. If you can't get your application in tomorrow, good news is this is completely free. Doesn't cost anything, and high school juniors and seniors can get scholarship money. It's a great program. We're going to play the interview, and so I can shut up about it and let you just hear him talk about that. But get your applications in today if you want to do it. Today's your official. We're past 2-minute warning.
Yep.
It's 4th and goal on the one. You got to get it in the end zone, son. Get it in there.
That's right.
So go do that.
Make it happen.
And then, of course, later on we'll get you up to date with local news, Wall Street business update, and whatever else we can come up with. So
it's breakfast menu, so I couldn't find out.
Oh, so we'll have to wait till 10:30 here this morning to find out. But I did see the commercial last night for it, and I was like, And then I'm kind of wondering, this is my complete glutton head. Could I finish all of that by myself?
Well,
I bet I could. I'm hungry enough. I'm going to be hurting for certain, and my day is done. But I think I could eat all of that myself.
I don't know, 4 sandwiches.
They're small
and
ones.
20 nuggets.
That's small.
They're not small sandwiches.
They're small. In the McDonald's world, compared to the regular McChicken,
I got to tell
they're small.
So, now, granted, 1,500 points gets you a McChicken. Okay, so that's on my hard weeks. I live on points. For lunch, I'll go grab myself a McChicken, extra pickles, and sit down and just go to town on that bad boy. And that's a good meal.
Well, those hot spices are small. They're like the little $1 jobbers or the $1.50 or whatever they're up to now.
No, you apparently haven't had hot and spicy in a long time. It's a full size sandwich.
I thought the ones they were looking at were like the $1 ones.
Unless
the little McChicken, the hot and spicy one, not the gourmet one.
No, it's not
in
as
the bag.
thick as like big chicken, but it's a full size. Like it's a full sandwich, like the size of basically a cheeseburger, like the diameter essentially.
Yes, but again, I call those the small sandwiches.
Okay,
I'm a
fine.
fat guy. I like the quarter pounder, Big Mac. Those are the big sandwiches.
A human portion, a good portion, is the size of the palm of your hand.
I told you.
But how high does that go? Because I could fit a can of Pringles right here.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Well, yeah. When you get triple of those, that's a big sandwich. But when there's just one of them, that's a little sandwich.
Okay. I don't know, man. 20 nuggets is a lot.
Trust me. 20 years ago, Sean Massalas would be agreeing with me completely.
100%. Yeah, but that's also staring across the console at 3-pound hamburger month winners.
I'm a gluttonous piece of garbage.
Who
sometimes.
ate exactly like a full quarter of it. Was like, no, I think I'm full. What are we gonna do with this now?
Y'all enjoyed
feed
it.
The community.
We fed like a band and 12 people with the rest of it.
That was amazing. That was awesome.
I was gonna die eating that thing. You crazy?
just a very smug Mike Winters looking at what was left and goes, no, I think I'm good.
And walked away.
What did you even do the challenge for? Free meal, man. Free meal.
I just want to see Casey Slave and Grind making sandwiches and burgers out there all day. And
oh no, the hoops that had to be jumped through to track down a 3-pound hamburger bun.
Oh yeah. And Dulce Bakery was the one that helped. I don't think they're in business anymore.
They're not. We ran them out.
And here's the thing. I wanted a potato bun. So they made a ginormous potato bun, which is denser than all get out.
Exactly. When you're trying a challenge burger, you don't go for a dense bun.
I was building this thing for comfort, not for speed, man. I was like, load it up. I was building it for comfort. I knew full well I wasn't going to do it. I'm like, I'm going to make this a big, tasty burger. I'll eat as much as I can, and I'm walking away.
I love the idea of, it's a free meal, man. I appreciate it on that level, too, because I've done challenges just for on the offer of, that's a free meal.
Yeah. And then the whole band was happy. Now, everyone was happy at the end of the day. I made no one mad. Everyone was happy and full and had a good time.
Yeah. You did. You made
welcome.
A whole radio station happy. So.
You're welcome.
Good job, sir. Good job.
All right, it is 8:17. I'm getting a little peckish. I think I'm going to get some McDonald's. And while you do that, here's your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty good for the upcoming weekend. We'll have high pressure over the area and mostly sunny skies today, and our afternoon high should be in the upper 60s. As far as the wind goes, just a little bit breezy, but not too windy. Wind will be out of the west at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Overnight, down to the low 30s and clear, and then we're in the upper 60s and a little bit breezy for Saturday and Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 38 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 60%. Winds currently out of the southeast at 10 miles per hour. Sunny today, highs near 70, 69 officially, with west winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight. Expect an overnight low of 34 degrees. Winds will be out of the west 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, sunny and 71. Winds will be out of the north 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, mostly clear, overnight low of 38, southwest winds 5 to 15. Sunday, sunny with highs near 80, 79 officially. A little breezy, though. Southwest winds 5 to 10 early, increasing 15 to 20, gusting as high as 30 miles per hour by Sunday afternoon. Sunday night, partly cloudy with an overnight low of 42. Monday, we're in the mostly sunny, highs near 81, and we'll be in the upper or low 80s on Monday, upper 70s Tuesday, and then mid-60s, upper 50s Wednesday and Thursday of next week. All right, it is 8:18. We're going to take a 2.5-minute commercial break, and then we're going to play our interview with Desi and Eric from Leadership Roswell Alumni Association, talking about Teen Leadership Institute. Deadline to get your students in for this event is today. So that's why I'm playing this. Last-minute reminder, light the fires, kick the tires, and get that happening. But we'll play the interview on the other side. Don't go away.
Pecans are a big deal here in Chaves County. We have some of the biggest orchards in the country, and lots of us have pecan trees in our yards. Hi, this is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. Whether you have one pecan tree or 1,000 of them, this time of year, every pecan tree needs fertilizer. So come see us at Roswell Seed Company, and we'll get you fixed up with the right fertilizer for your pecan trees, so that next year, your nuts will be big and beautiful. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Here is your chance to get the furniture you've been dreaming of. Hi, this is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture, and it's time for a sale. We are giving additional discounts on everything in the store. That new bedroom set you've had your heart set on, a dining table for new family members, even artwork to enhance your space. It's all here right now at discounted prices. Don't miss out on this rare sales event. Come see us at Glenn's Furniture on the corner of Union and Alameda, where delivery is free since 1953.
If your tires are flat, need your car fixed, our reviews are better than mixed at Big O. At Big O Tires. We do the job fast and with a smile. Whatever the problem, we go the extra mile at Big O. At Big O Tires. Trusted service, no need to lie. Hop online, our reviews are high at Big O. At Big O Tires. Unbeatable service in all our stores, and that's why we get such high scores at Big O. At Big O Tires.
With high customer ratings, you can trust your locally owned Big O Tires. Now through March 26th, buy 3, get 1 free on select in-stock Sumitomo or Cooper branded tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers. At participating locations, no cash value.
The NMAA state basketball playoffs are finally here, and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM has you covered as your Goddard Rockets look to keep it alive. Tune in this Saturday as your 16-seed Goddard Rockets square off against the 1-seed Chargers of Albuquerque Academy. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM will have coverage of the game this Saturday beginning at 5 p.m. with audio-only coverage available worldwide at ksvptv.com. Rockets versus the Chargers of Albuquerque Academy, Saturday beginning at 5 p.m. on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. You burn more calories sleeping than you do watching television. For the ultimate workout, fall asleep in front of the TV. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 24 minutes after 7 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Desi Aguilar back with us as well, and brought a guest with him, Eric Effertson as well. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning.
How y'all doing today? Of course, we're talking this morning about Leadership Roswell alumni. They've got their New Mexico Military Institute. That's their day jobs and things. But we're talking Leadership Roswell Alumni Association this morning. And, of course, the event we're talking about, this is, I know they got their day job clothing on today, but this is an event that the New Mexico Military Institute has partnered with the Leadership Roswell Alumni Association for many years now. I don't know, what, 15 at least? I don't know.
At least.
Yeah, I don't know the exact number, but what we're talking about is the annual Leadership Roswell Alumni Association Teen Leadership Institute. It is back for 2023. Bigger, faster, stronger. Would that be?
Keep expanding.
Yes, it can. Can we get you up a little close to that mic, Eric? That way they can hear you a little bit better. So, for folks that aren't familiar, we'll get there. Give them kind of just the nickel tour of what the Teen Leadership Institute's all about.
Well, every year we do invite teens from all over the local community, and we try to expand that a little more every time. Like we said last time, the biggest complaint we get is that it's not long enough.
Right.
And so that's a testament to what we're doing, because they just feel that they want more and more and more, which is a great program. The curriculum is just, we don't have enough time to do everything we'd like to do. But
for the amount of window we cram, you cram as much.
They don't get bored.
That's right. It's 3 days of moving and shaking. But it has been like I said, like you said, because people, like you said, the biggest complaint about the teen leader was not long enough. You have extended it this year. It's now another day longer of hours, or we can break it down.
Like a half day maybe.
Yeah, but it's another extra days added. We'll just go with that.
Extra time, yes.
But basically, like Desi was saying here, this is an opportunity for high school juniors and seniors to get a couple days of getting immersed in leadership exercises and meant to kind of create and give them a foundation to be a leader. It puts them in scenarios and as a group that puts them a little out of their comfort zone in some of these events. Obviously, nothing to put anybody. No one's in danger. Nothing like that. It's all supervised and safety's number one priority. But at the end of the day, they get them in these areas where they put them out of their comfort zone, and they say, hey, how do we rise to the occasion? How do we navigate through this? And through that, they learn these leadership skills. And what I love about it is it's the cadet, the students in the class are kind of running the show. They're the ones that, like, at the end of the day, there will be scholarships awarded, but the actual juniors and seniors have a hand in who gets those scholarships and things. So it's not only a chance for these kids to learn leadership skills, but it's also they're kind of growing as and sharpening each other as peers through this event too. So It's really a good. I really love that part because it gives them opportunities to do things that you might not be able to do or recreate in a school environment or at home.
I don't know where else it's offered in this type of thing. There's nothing similar to it that I know of. But no, Eric does a great program. He has his cadet facilitators out there, and they help lead each of the groups, and they just do a phenomenal job.
Eric, just kind of give an example of like some of the different exercises and things that the students participate in during the event.
I can do that, but just going back to what we were saying before, it's interesting to watch and talk to them after the fact. What were your expectations going into this? And a lot of them would say, I thought I was just going to sit around and PowerPoint,
sit in class,
and textbooks, and they're expecting this. And this was absolutely amazing because it's engaging, it's experiential, it's hands-on, it's social, and it's interesting to see how intimate and deep the relationships can get after just a handful of days. They don't want to leave. So they keep saying, hey, can we do this more? Can we do this more often? Can we make this longer? And so we're listening to what the students are really wanting them to do because they find value in what we're doing.
Absolutely. And that's, and in this day and age, that's, you know what I mean? Because I feel like we do live in a world sometimes, and I'm getting a little philosophical here, but sometimes, like, especially with trainings or these things, it's like, hey, go to the event, sit in a room for 4 hours, we'll give you a certification, and you're good to go. And it's like, okay, that might meet a need to check boxes, but has anybody learned anything at the end of the day? And I wonder if that's the most effective way. And kind of to your point, Eric, is they think that too, is they're going to come in, sit in, go over some books, PowerPoint and then sign a certificate and go home. And it's like, no, they're actually getting valuable tools that will translate regardless whether they go on to the military, to go to college, to start their own business, to be an artist, to be an athlete, whatever path they pursue. This skill set will give them a better foundation for it.
But they also learn how to appreciate each other because everybody's got something new, something unique to offer to the team.
Sure.
And so we really start to flesh those out, start to talk about how people can complement each other. I want to partner my strengths to somebody else's strengths. And,
sure.
And I have a weakness, but if I can partner with somebody who's I'm weak in that area, but they're strong in that area, then I start to appreciate that diversity with someone within the team. And I don't have to lead
Absolutely.
if they've got a particular strength. And so it's neat to see how we're leveraging, skills and character and abilities to be able to put. So going back to what we were asking about earlier about activities.
Yeah, I am.
So a lot of just social interaction activities, a lot of hands-on activities, activities with a purpose. So it sounds like there's some simple games, but there's usually an underlying deeper processing. And so we try to draw out some of the learning opportunities that happen. And some processing and some reflection pieces that are happening as well. They'll go through the leadership reaction course, but they'll do it in such a way that they're going to evaluate their own strengths in a way and start to evaluate those, and then look at tackling some timed leadership problems in real time in real world scenarios, and then they've got to accomplish a particular mission in a particular time set. But it's the process that's really the most important piece.
Absolutely.
So whether they complete it in 20 minutes or not, there's still learning that's happening. So we're looking at the process more than anything else.
It's the journey, not necessarily the end game.
But as they start to interact with each other and start to get to know each other, performance goes up.
Absolutely.
And they're amazed at their own skills and their own abilities.
Sure.
To do things much more effectively, much more efficiently.
And I imagine as for you guys, as the kind of the instructors, the folks watching the progress over the days here, I mean, that's probably the cool part for y'all, where you see day one, it's a little ragtag, a little everyone's feeling each other out, but by that second and third day, you're starting to see this. They're starting to think and move like one unit as opposed to 30 different group of people. And I also love about it too is they get to learn the different ways to be a leader, because I imagine if you ask someone that has zero leadership experience, say, what is a leader? And it's like the guy in charge. Okay, well, the person in charge, what is, but how does that person run and be in charge? And you learn there's different ways to motivate people, and what works one way may not work another way. And so you kind of, it's again learning people. When you learn people, then you can learn what motivates them and what drives them, and then as an effective leader, you can use that information to get the team to the end game. And that's kind of where they learn this kind of stuff. And I think that's kind of what you're talking about with the process. It's like, yeah, you give them a task and you say you got to get this flag up there by then. If they get the flag up there, that's not what's important here. What's important here is how did they come to the to try to get that, whether they able to or not. Did they do it in a way that you saw progress, you saw them grow and work as a unit, even though they weren't necessarily able to put the flag up there. You could, if I gave them another hour, they probably would have figured it out. You know what I mean? But you want to see that elevation, that evolution, so to speak, of them going from, okay, chaos. All right, let's form a plan. Let's find. All right, who's good at this? Who's get back to strengths and weaknesses? And when people learn, it's like, no, I think that's one thing that football and those things will teach as well, because it's like, hey, I don't care if you've got the star quarterback. If you don't have a lineman to protect star quarterback, you're not going to win that star. And that, I think in essence you learn some of that through this way as well too. So that's what I love about this is they get to learn that there's not one true path to solve every problem, and that's where effective leadership.
And that's what really we're emphasizing. I think sometimes students have a wrong idea that it's this type A personality and it's just somebody that might be yelling and barking orders. And that is not what we're trying to emphasize at all. And it's interesting that when you can lead just by being you, you can be that quiet, introverted person. You don't have to. You just be you.
Sure.
But it means that the team has to listen. They have to brainstorm together.
Sure.
And every member has something important to give. And so we start to understand that it's not just about a particular, that traditional mindset that I think is kind of narrow.
Yeah.
They just realize they can be themselves.
Absolutely.
And they can be phenomenal right where they are.
And that's what I love about this program. Now, if you need the carrot dangling, here's the carrot dangling. Again, this is open to all high school seniors and juniors. And this year, they've got over $5,000 in scholarship money that's going to be awarded to high school seniors and juniors. If you came last year as a high school junior, welcome back as a high school senior. If you won a scholarship as a high school junior last year, welcome back and see if you can win another one. Just because you've been awarded in the past or participated in the past does not preclude you from this unless you were a high school senior last year and in college. Sorry, then we got to make room. But for high school seniors and juniors, we would love to have you. And I'm telling you this, we will have high school juniors that participated last year that will be back and doing this. They probably already signed up. We've got a deadline.
I've already got 5 that signed up from last year.
Good deal.
So that shows you that they do value it. They do want to come back.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, for all you procrastinators out there, you have officially been given your 2-minute warning.
Right.
Because end of day tomorrow, you've got to get your applications turned in.
Will not take late submissions.
Yeah, we unfortunately, due to all the moving parts and logistics and everything, this is a hard deadline of March 3rd here tomorrow. Good news, you still got time, and you still can get an application. If you can go to pretty much any high school guidance counselor locally and pick one up today. But if that's not available to you or you don't have time for that, shoot an email to roswellteenleadership@gmail.com.
Yes.
And they will send you an application. You can fill it out and send it back to said same email, and then you're registered. And then we can settle up everything else later as far as getting you program materials and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. And we do have applications already from several schools. I think we counted 9 different schools so far.
Okay.
So, hopefully we can get that number even higher. But
absolutely,
we've got quite a number of different schools represented.
Absolutely.
And as far as the scholarships, I think we're going to do well over $5,000.
Good. I'm lowballing everybody. I love it. Even better.
Last year we gave out 8 in total by the end of the day.
Awesome.
And
we have a few people that step up last minute and say, "Hey, I'd like to help out." So that's what we're.
And I'd like to mention some of those donors
please.
as well too. Of course, Leadership Roswell Alumni Association is the main one that puts it on. New Mexico Military Institute is always a big part of it. They not only donate the facility use and also the.
This is a Leadership Roswell Alumni Association event. But New Mexico Military Institute, their stamp on and their the fact that they're associated it's like we're putting our reputation with it,
right?
And so we do appreciate that because
and we what curriculum they our admissions department is also chipped in to help pay for some of the expenses, and then a lot of local businesses as well. ENMUR, Pecos Valley Rotary, Pajace LLC. Carnero, Armstrong Energy, XL Energy, New York Life, Character Counts, Church on the Move, McDonald's, the Chase Foundation, Elkhorn Land and Title, Kiwanis, The Nest LLC, and Western Sky have all committed to help us out.
I love seeing other nonprofits getting involved too. I love they say because that's a little bit of it's kind of like. You always look for when you see a bunch of fire trucks out in a restaurant that you've never been to, and you're like, that's probably a pretty good place to eat. You know what I'm saying? When you see a bunch of nonprofits that do a bunch of great things, saying, "Hey, I'd like to contribute to this nonprofit,"
they see the value.
Same indicator there. It's like, hey, if they think it's valuable, then it must be valuable. So thank you to them for supporting it because, in essence, it's kind of like they're putting their reputation on us, and we thank them for that. We appreciate that.
And a lot of these are returners too that they've given before.
Absolutely. They've been doing this for years now and keep them supporting. Good news, thanks to all these groups, though, this doesn't cost you, the student, any money. It doesn't cost
absolutely
a dime.
Free to the kids.
It just costs, all we're asking is for your time and for your effort. And and I guarantee you will get rewarded for that. And again, it's open to all high school juniors and seniors. And high school juniors and seniors are eligible for scholarship money. Even though you're not going to college for another 2 years, we'll keep it on the back burner for you till till you're ready to spend it here. But we definitely would love to see folks sign up. If you know a parents or students that have gone here, talk to them. I guarantee you they're the best product endorsement because they're the ones that went through it. And I imagine you got even a few of those students that maybe the parents were kind of like, no, you're doing this. And they're like,
initially, yes, but
yeah, exactly. And then they get there, and it's like, then you see that, and then it goes from being dragged to yes, they put their first effort and stamp into it. Yeah,
and even the first night, the first time that they come in for this event, they're gonna meet 3 of our former winners.
Oh, great!
And they're gonna give a little testament to how their lives were touched by this program. So.
Kind of a where are they now a little bit too, I would imagine as well.
But every time I run into Haley, one of the recipients, she's when can we do this? When let me know. I want to help support. I'll take time off work. I mean, let's go do this. So she's always been. Right.
I love because again, that's another testament. When you have people singing the praises of the program they went through, in some cases years later, that again just adds more to what we're trying to talk about here. Absolutely. That this is a valuable program for your kids. If you have a high school junior or senior, please sign up for this. It does not matter where your path where you want to take your path with you. This will give you valuable skill sets that will give you the tools to help you succeed wherever you go. And please, like we were talking earlier, don't pay attention to the stereotypes. This is great. If I was going to join the Army, then this would be perfect. Right? Nah. Sure it would. You're right. It ain't wrong there, but that's such a narrow-minded view
not what
of
we're
it.
About it all.
Yeah, it's all about leadership skills, and I don't care what activity, what thing you pursue in life. There's got to be some leaders involved to make it happen.
But I got to mention one more thing.
Yeah,
it's fun.
And that's the other thing. It's a good time.
It really is. And it's good for them. I mean, they're the ones having a great time.
You're getting out in the sun. You're going to be doing some things, outside and climbing and ropes and doing some of that and problem solving where you kind of playing. It's, think of some of this will be kind of like you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, but you're actually like doing stuff instead of just talking about it behind books and things. You know what I mean? Some of that's kind of that same. It's like you're putting scenarios. How do you work through it? I haven't played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons when I was a kid, but it's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons. Someone has a book, they're telling a story, and you got what do you do? How do you do this? And I mean, that's a lot of this is some of that kind of stuff. Just no dragons or dungeons. By the way, Desi, you want to put a plug for? Because I know this. We graduated our 1,000th
last year
leadership Roswell graduate last year, which means there's at least 1,000 alumni out there.
Right, there are plenty out there, and always looking for the new class. I think that's coming up a couple of months.
I think that they got about another month or so here before they'll graduate. I think April timeframe, May, somewhere in there, and then here right after that they'll be taking applications for the class of 2020. 3 or 4, I don't know what it would be called.
They actually did their FLETI trip yesterday.
Yeah, I'd heard that they gone in shotguns and rode in cars, and that's a fun one. Attendance is never a problem to the trip to FLETI. Everyone's like, yeah, I want to blow stuff up. I'm not going to lie. The first time ever, I got to go in there, and they had, it was a full automatic, like 9mm. I was in the military. Only automatic I ever shot was like M16s and something like that, which has got a little bark to it. I'd never held a gun and held it like a rifle and blew 30 rounds accurately that quickly. I was like, ooh, that was like because normally if I tried that with an M16, it's a little. This thing was like, and I'm like, whoa, that was cool. And then I look at the target. Most of them got in. I was like, how cool is that? I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the top 5 gun shooting experience that I ever had was at FLETI there. So, but anyway, sign up for Leadership Roswell. Yeah. But like you said, we got 1,000 alumni out there. If you graduated in the last 30 years, we're going about 30 years now.
Yeah,
I think a little over. And we would love to, come to our next meeting. Desi's our president right now. Just had our meeting for this month, last week or week before. No, wait a minute. That was February. We're in March now. We got the March meeting coming up here in a couple of weeks. I forgot. We're full in March now. But the March meeting will be coming up here in about 2-3 weeks here. So, but I'll let folks know if you'd like to come out and be a part. And always looking for new folks to serve on various committees or help out. It's kind of a busy.
We're going to have a bunch of people helping us out with this.
Yes, if you'd like to get involved with this for, maybe even this year, reach out. I'm sure they can help with logistics. But then we've got like banquets coming up. We got the next class rolling in, and so we'll be busy here and could use more bodies to come in and volunteer. So if you are an alumni of the Leadership Roswell program, and we'd love to have you serve on the Alumni Association if you'd like. So, but again, deadline for the Teen Leadership Institute to sign up is tomorrow by end of business. The actual event will take place the weekend of March 26th through 28th. It's all going to be at the New Mexico Military Institute campus there.
That is a Sunday through Tuesday.
So it's actually weekend into weekdays. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I probably made that a little bit.
Well, some people think they can't do it because they're busy on Friday, Saturday, which we used to do it, but we moved it to.
You shifted it to this year. And like you said, with the school missing, because actually might be spring break for depending on. Right. But if for those in school, we can get you notes and we can get clear the.
All the principals and counselors are aware.
They're aware that you're not playing hooky. You're doing something worthwhile. And of course, like you said, every student has a chance to win the scholarship here. It's all really, interacting in through that thing. So please sign up. Again, RoswellTeenLeadership@gmail.com is the email. Shoot an email to that to get an application, or and once it's filled out, send it back to that same email. That's probably the quickest way today at this point. However, if your high school student is in school today, which they should be, have them swing by the guidance counselor and ask. And if they kind of give you a deer in headlights, and then shoot an email here, and we'll get it to you. What else? Is there anything else there? Is there, Eric, anything that you want to mention that we
I think it's amazing to see that the community comes together. The adults that are leading this, we had a full room when we had our meeting last time. And so just when you have a 1 o'clock meeting and everybody has to take off work to just come to a meeting, and it's a full room, it's a good situation to have. The adults are super behind this, and so I can't.
Well, it's more that proof in the pudding.
It's amazing.
They see what it is.
And it's not just one person or one entity, not just New Mexico Military Institute, but it's the community coming together and people volunteering their time, people volunteering their money. And so we love our cadets. We love our students as a community.
Sure.
And it's nice to see the community coming together for
Absolutely.
a cause.
When we were talking about the leadership and things like that, and one of the things that I think that one of the greatest skill sets that I feel like that is sometimes lacking in our younger generations right now that we need to re-foster and enforce is problem-solving skills. I feel like that's something that's kind of taken a back burner in education. I don't, I'm saying intentionally. I just think just the way they've kind of changed on how to teach things. I think somewhere in all that, problem-solving skills got kind of put on the back burner a little bit. And we talk about this as a leadership institute. I could easily replace leadership with problem-solving skill institute, because in essence, that's the leadership skills and they parallel a lot here. And so, and getting back to that, signing up for this, not because, military gung-ho. Well, look at it this way, once you whatever problems are going to come across your child's path, when you want to have every tool in that tool belt to figure out how to solve that problem, and really this is what I think this, even more so than leadership, it goes to that next level. It's like, no, they're learning to be self-sufficient, to be able to either figure out the resources and solve the problem themselves, or know where to turn to and who to turn to how to get that done. Absolutely. And I almost feel there's a bit of a disconnect in that in nowadays. I could be old man brain thinking, but maybe I feel like there is. And so this class rectifies that to me. This class is how we fix that problem.
It shows them the value for sure. I mean, you're spot on your assessment of we need some more problem solving skills in what we're doing, but it's also relationships, it's communication skills.
Sure.
I mean, all of those things I think are incredibly important. I mean, if it'd be nice that if these students could come into a business and they would recognize, I've got some skills, and if I had the job, then that business would hire them, then they would represent that business really well. I mean, these are life skills.
Absolutely.
That I think are it's going to pay off in dividends.
I think the new term is adulting.
Don't get me started.
Very good. Well, guys, I'm sure you gotta get to work and take care of business here. But we do appreciate, and we'll look forward to getting you guys in anytime. We got more events coming up here. But folks, this is your official last-minute warning. Get your applications in before end of day tomorrow. Again, if you have any questions or anything, shoot an email. Roswell Teen Leadership, all one jumbled up word, at gmail.com, and say, hey, I need an application or whatever question you might have. Desi or whoever's on the horn on that email will get your information back to you. Do you want me to go? Is it okay if I give you guys numbers out if they have any questions? If you want to text or talk to either of these gentlemen directly, you can reach Desi at 575-420-8732 or Eric here at 575-624-8139. Leave a voicemail and they'll get back to you as soon as possible. But they'll be happy to answer any questions, or of course if your student has any certain needs or anything, you can address that, and we'll make sure there's a plan to medication or whatever, any of that logistical kind of stuff. We'll be happy to help take care of that stuff too. So
yes, sir.
Good deal. Is there anything we missed?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it, and we'll appreciate what you guys are doing. It's these two and many like them are the reason this is such a great success, and we thank you guys for your dedication and of course your ability to just make this happen each year. We appreciate that. So good deal.
Weather?
Now your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. New Mexico State Police investigating a bad highway crash that has left 3 people dead. It happened on State Highway 26, northwest of Las Cruces on Thursday. 2 semi-trucks were reportedly involved in the crash near the town of Hatch. The highway was shut down for hours as police investigated. The names of the victims are not yet known. A 14-year-old New Mexico boy accused of shooting and killing a classmate in 2021 has pleaded no contest to a charge of second-degree murder. The boy will remain in state custody until he's 21, the maximum sentence allowed for a child under state law. The shooter opened fire during the lunch hour at Washington Middle School in front of numerous students who had returned for the fall semester just a couple of days earlier. Police said the victim, 13-year-old Benny Hargrove, was trying to protect another boy who was being bullied. You're up to date. Local news headlines. I'm Jared Cirillo reporting.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty good for the upcoming weekend. We'll have high pressure over the area and mostly sunny skies today, and our afternoon high should be in the upper 60s. As far as the wind goes, just a little bit breezy, but not too windy. Wind will be out of the west at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Overnight, down to the low 30s and clear, and then we're in the upper 60s and a little bit breezy for Saturday and Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. Macy's beat estimates for holiday quarter results and forecast annual profit largely above expectations as the department store operator looks to rein in promotions to beef up its margins, sending its shares up 10% on Thursday. Like many retailers, Macy's offered steep discounts during the holiday season to get rid of excess inventory and attract inflation-weary customers. Kroger reported bumper quarterly results and forecast annual profit above Wall Street estimates as the U.S. grocer bets on higher food prices and embarks on cost-cutting measures across its digital business and supply chain. General Electric plans to invest more than $450 million in its existing manufacturing facilities in the United States this year and hire more than 1,700 employees in a bid to bolster its aerospace and energy businesses. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Artesia Car Enthusiast, Artesia Chamber of Commerce, and Artesia Main Street bring you the 24th Annual Main Event Car Show and Cruise 2023. Last year's record number of cars of all ages and sizes is sure to be beaten as we have expanded areas for vehicle display, added more food vendors, tractor row, and even a bike boulevard all downtown. We kick things off Friday, March 31st at 6 p.m. for the Main Street Cruise from Bulldog Bowl to 2nd Street and back. Join us Saturday, April 1st from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. as Artesia transforms into one of the hottest spots for car enthusiasts, residents, and visitors. Please come together to enjoy a weekend filled with music, cruising, friendly competition, and lots of fun for the whole family. Spectators are always free. For more information or to register your car, go to artesiachamber.com or stop by the office at 107 North 1st Street in Artesia. The Main Event Car Show and Cruise, Friday, March 31st and Saturday, April 1st in downtown Artesia. Ad paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Believe it or not, your home insurance company isn't evil. Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing here. A lot of roofers make your insurance company out to be your enemy. They'll talk about fighting and battling your insurance to get you the claim you deserve. But honestly, your insurance company is a group of people just like you and me. That's why we don't treat your roof insurance claim like we're going to war. We treat it like a court case. We provide your insurance company every piece of evidence needed to get you the highest possible claim. We submit photos, videos, detailed documents, and line-by-line estimates. And guess what? Our non-combat approach works. On 92% of roof insurance claims, we get the highest amount the first time. And the rare times we don't, well then, that's when we go to bat for you. Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring roof and gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF or visit TrustmarkRoofPros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
If your tires are flat, need your car fixed, our reviews are better than mixed at Big O. At Big O Tires. We do the job fast and with a smile. Whatever the problem, we go the extra mile at Big O. At Big O Tires. Trusted service, no need to lie. Hop online, our reviews are high at Big O. At Big O Tires. Unbeatable service in all our stores, and that's why we get such high scores at Big O. At Big O Tires.
With high customer ratings, you can trust your locally owned Big O Tires. Now through March 26th, buy 3, get 1 free on select in-stock Sumitomo or Cooper branded tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation required. Disposal fees and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for pricing. Eligibility may vary. Not valid with other offers. At participating locations, no cash value.
Get ready for the most out-of-this-world weekend Roswell has ever seen. UFO Expo 2023, March 10th through the 12th at the Roswell Convention Center. 3 days packed with 40 different events, including 10 different film screens, producers, celebrity personalities, and renowned speakers, and all just a few blocks from the UFO Museum and Research Center. The 3-day pass includes VIP parties, mixer tents, speakers, live music, film festival, cosplay events, and more. Get tickets and more info at ufoxpo.com. UFO Expo 2023, March 10th through the 12th at the Roswell Convention Center.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. A group of 12 or more cows is called a flink. If you have only 11 cows, that's called a lot of cow pies. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 8:55. Got a few minutes before we get you into news. Stay tuned next hour. We'll have the folks from Main Street Roswell join us, give us an update on what they've got going on. Hey, if you're just tuning in, we replayed our interview with Amy McVeigh-Tejas, but on Sunday, this Sunday, March 5th, they rescheduled the Sunday Fun Day that was supposed to happen last Sunday, but all the wind and everything, they had to postpone it. It did get moved to this Sunday, 3 p.m. at the Archives Facility, 208 North Lee Street. Join John LeMay as he's going to be discussing the real history and the folklore that went into crafting his latest fictional work, which is called Once Upon a Time in Fort Sumter. And some of the tales include talking about a surviving Billy the Kid meeting with the governor back in 1950, also Legends of the Navajo Skinwalker and the Lost Adams Diggings. And so he's not going to read the book to you, but he is going to talk a little about some of the stories. And of course, if you'd like to get a copy, you can get a copy there. Or if you've already got a copy and read it, he'll be happy to sign it, all that good stuff. But yeah, talking about the book, completely free, doesn't cost anything, bring the whole family. And of course, if you want to learn more about getting involved with the Historical Society, you can hang out. If you want to become a member, or if you want to buy some other books and things, and or get involved, we'd love to have you do that. But again, just love to have you come out and hear John's discussion on his book here this Sunday, 3 p.m. at the Archives Facility, 208 North Lee. If you have any questions, go to roswellnmhistory.org or call 575-622-8333, or you can even shoot an email to historydirector@outlook.com, and they'll answer any questions or anything you may have about Sunday or anything related to the Historical Society. Also, don't forget the 20th Annual Eastern New Mexico University Roswell Foundation Golf Tournament is happening here April 8th at the New Mexico Military Institute Golf Course. It's a 4-person scramble. Shotgun start at 8 a.m. Team minimum total of handicap of 40. Cost is $100 per player or $400 per team. They're offering prizes for the top 3 teams and also prizes for closest to the pin, plus door prize drawings for many other stuff too. Lots of great food as well. If you're interested in participating, now's the time. If you want to be a sponsor, a T-Box sponsor, or whole sponsor, any of the sponsorship opportunities, reach out and get a hold of them now. Also, teams do fill up pretty quick, so maybe reach out and get your teams signed up as well. You can do so by contacting Craig Collins. He's the foundation coordinator. You can reach him at 575-624-7304. Again, 575-624-7304, or shoot him an email, craig.collins, craig.collins, @roswell.enmu.edu, and come on out. If you've never participated before, I've been there and done remotes and things in the past. I'm not much of a golfer, but they do a great job. Lots of food, everyone, great prizes. Everybody I know that participates in their tournament seems to have a great time and loves it. So it's a great way for you to come and whack the ball around. You're probably going to do it anyway, and this supports the Eastern New Mexico University Roswell Foundation, and this money usually gets most of it gets used for scholarships, things like that. So, you're really helping out young folks and other folks in our community by whacking the ball around and eating food and all that good stuff. So, but again, it's April 8th. You can also go to the New Mexico Military Institute golf course, talk to the pro shop, go to the pro shop and talk to the pro there, and sign up as a player. I think if you want to sponsor and everything, you need to talk to Craig. But if you just want to sign up as an individual or a team, go to the pro shop, and he's the pro there will go and formulate the teams and put the handicaps together and do all that stuff. But if you want more information, again, contact Craig Collins, 575-624-7304. All right, we're closing in on 9 o'clock. Town Hall News up next. We'll be back on the other side. Do not go away.
Clyde Lewis and Ground Zero is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. A day after a jury found him guilty of murdering his wife and youngest son, once prominent South Carolina attorney Alec Murdaugh has been sentenced.
For the murder of Paul Murdaugh, whom you probably love so much, I sentence you to prison for murdering him for the rest of your natural life. Those sentences will run consecutive.
With no chance of parole or early release, jurors deliberated less than 3 hours before finding Murdaugh guilty of fatally shooting his 22-year-old son Paul and his 52-year-old wife Maggie in June of 2021. It was lights out this morning across parts of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Power outages, result of last night's stormy weather, including suspected tornadoes. the touchdown there, and in Shreveport, Louisiana. Forecasters warn of the possibility of severe weather today across parts of Arkansas, western Mississippi, and northern Louisiana. GOP presidential contender Nikki Haley, one of today's featured speakers at the Conservative Political Action Conference.
Haley is the first Republican to challenge former President Trump for the party's 2024 nomination, and she's hoping for a breakthrough at CPAC, which has been packed with Trump supporters in recent years. While some GOP presidential hopefuls, including Ron DeSantis and Mike Pence, are skipping this year's event, Haley will use her appearance to court the party's conservative base. Greg Clugston, Washington.
The Justice Department tells a federal appeals court former President Trump can be sued by injured Capitol police officers and Democrat lawmakers over the U.S. Capitol riot. A Trump spokesman notes, however, the president repeatedly called for peace, patriotism, and respect for law enforcement on January 6th. Wall Street, the Dow is up 116 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
You have an IRA or 401k, please listen closely. My name is Jason Hansen. I'm a former CIA officer and New York Times bestselling author. Throughout my career, let's just say I've been in some hairy situations. And I believe right now the biggest threat facing Americans is they need to protect their wealth, which is exactly what I'm doing for my wife and 6 kids. And I believe the ultimate safe haven is physical gold and silver. You can protect your hard-earned retirement assets with a tax-free loophole that allows you to convert your retirement into physical gold and silver. The folks I use are Advantage Gold, and believe me, I've investigated the heck out of all types of people. Advantage Gold is the nation's highest rated gold company. They have the best process, pricing, and service. If you want to get your free gold and silver investment kit, please contact Advantage Gold right now, and you'll see how easy it is to protect yourself with precious metals. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. 800-900-8000.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Consult with your financial advisor before investing.
Call 800-900-8000.
A Russian mercenary outfit is urging Ukraine to get out of a town under siege.
Yevgeny Prigozhin, the owner of the Wagner Group military company, has released a video urging Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to withdraw the remaining forces from Bakhmut to save their lives. Clad in military fatigues, Prigozhin charged that Bakhmut has been effectively encircled, leaving just one road that Ukrainian troops can use. The Wagner chief claims that the forces left in Bakhmut consist of elderly people and teenagers, urging Zelensky to pull them back to prevent them from being slaughtered. Following the statement, an elderly man and 2 young men, purportedly captured Ukrainian soldiers, were shown to make the plea to Zelensky. I'm Charles Tiladesma.
Nigeria's National Police Force says at least a dozen people killed today in an explosion near an illegal oil refinery site, the country's oil-rich Niger Delta region. News and analysis at townhall.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number Crazy Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday.
Yes.
It's a fun day.
Oh, it is.
Is that a weird pen? I'm kind of fascinated by what you're holding.
I thought you'd seen this.
I have not seen that.
This is actually one of the coolest gimme things I've ever gotten in my life. I can't remember where I got this from either. It is a crayon, but all of these different colors are inside here, and you can just
slide it out,
swap them out. Yeah, for different color. Yeah, I've had this for like a year now. I've just sort of been messing around with it.
I have never seen that before.
Yeah, just a fun kind of.
Does it work well?
Like a crayon. Yeah. I mean, you can't obviously because it's out so far. You can't
It breaks.
Yeah. That's why I've sort of kept it away from my daughter because she tends to press hard.
Yeah, it needs gentle hands.
Yeah, but it's just a fun fidget toy.
Okay. I just saw it and I was like, what is that?
I know. I kept seeing your eyes dart down there. I was like, this is going to come up, isn't it?
I was just
I wasn't bringing it to talk about it. I happened to have it in my hand.
I'd never seen it before. I was like, what is that? It's interesting. I couldn't tell if it was a pen at first.
Mike's like, I want to touch it.
There you go. There it is. But happy Friday. I'm happy now. I got this. Only thing that would make me happier is a delicious McDonald's breakfast sandwich right now. So, but unfortunately I have to talk, so I don't get to eat one right now. But you don't have to wait.
That's right.
Go on down to visit any of your McDonald's near you and download the app if you have not done so already. Utilize said app and order. You can order your food to be waiting for you to sit down and enjoy. You can go through the drive-thru and take it. You can even set up for McDelivery, whatever, or curbside pickup. They do all of the above.
Absolutely. I brought this up before, but there's a guy that works at the UFO McDonald's. He works the drive-thru. He makes me happier.
I know who you're talking about.
Every single time I get that guy.
Yeah,
because he puts on an act.
Yes.
He goes.
Now, was he in the building?
Yes. Well,
okay.
I've looked into it. It's not one of those from call center ones.
Okay.
He's standing off to the back. I've mentioned to the guys you have a radio voice.
Yeah.
Because he'll do the 754 at the first window.
Yeah, and he's very nice.
He plays along with you.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, that sounds delicious. That sounds fantastic. It's a good experience getting him on the ones and twos.
Yes. However, if you're in a bad, cranky mood and he does that, you're kind of like, dude, I just want a sandwich and go. But yes, he's a very nice guy. But yeah, I can see if you're gonna have it. So don't have a bad attitude. Just be nice and you'll love it.
Yeah, I've just rolled through and I was frustrated with my kids. Yeah. And he'll start doing his thing. And I'm like,
makes you happy.
Yeah, it's
good.
Thanks,
I'm good.
Dude.
I'm weird like that. But I've had him go through before, and I was like, oh, how nice. It's kind of nice to have someone with character talking to you through the drive-thru. Sometimes it's fun.
Yeah,
when you're nice.
It's also really it's an odd juxtaposition when you're frustrated with your kids, but your kids are oddly social, so they'll wave at everybody. So they're in the back waving at the drive-thru guy who's giving him a big old smile, like, "Hey, how are you?" And I'm like, would you guys stop?
I don't
you take them then.
Yeah, I don't get so. I don't have to worry about that. I do that. They look at me like, "What that creep waving at me for?" And I'm like,
yeah, it does have a certain age of.
It lacks cuteness when you get to be 50 doing it.
Diminishing returns, so to speak.
Absolutely, but thank you to McDonald's.
Yes.
Please visit. Give. I'm telling you. If you've not tried that blueberry cream pie, treat yourself. Get one. Cheat on your diet. I don't care. Get you one before they're gone.
Cheat on your wife.
It's worth it. It's really, well, I don't know about that, but your diet, it's worth it.
Yeah. Don't cheat on your wife.
Yes.
Your diet's fine.
But don't
cheat on your wife's diet.
Don't deny yourself that. At least one before it goes away.
Yeah.
It's worth it. It's one pie. One pie in garbage. Come on, you could do it. I'm like a drug dealer. You can do it. Come on.
It always starts with one.
One bite. That's all you need. You'll love it. It is tasty. Oh, man.
It is
as a guy, and this is why you should take this more seriously, because I'm pro chocolate.
Yeah, he's not a fruit guy.
I'm not a fruit guy. I'm not into fruit. Those fruit things, I'm like, But that blueberry pie, I will crave it, seek it, and want it. It's one of the few non-chocolate dessert things that I want and crave.
Yeah.
That says something. I don't care
Oh,
who you are.
That's meaningful.
That's an endorsement.
Of course, I think for you, it's almost like a nostalgia bump.
You think with the
'Cause
blueberries?
it hit you back to grandma. And
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Of course,
Takes you
grandma
back
wasn't
to
making no fried pies with cream
That's
in it.
true.
Or nothing.
That's true.
It's like grandma on steroids here.
Come on, grandma, you're slacking.
She's like blueberry muffin or a couple blueberries sprinkled on your pancakes.
Right.
We ain't having this whole bad boy. Or she made like a pie,
Yeah.
which was nice, but it's not a fried pie.
Right.
It's a pie, which is tasty, but it's not a fried pie.
It's not a fried pie.
So, give it a dance.
Now
You'll thank me.
The McDonald's legal would require me to let you know that the McDonald's pie is not a fried pie either.
It's not?
It is a baked pie.
No, is
but-
it baked?
Yes, it's baked. Now it's baked. Used to be fried.
Well,
now it's baked.
All I know is it's delicious in my mouth. That's what it is.
I agree. 110.
I don't care how they get it to the way to get it to. It's there and it's delicious.
Yep.
And I would argue too, your best beverages you ever drink from a fountain are going to come from McDonald's.
You know why? Because science comes out of that fountain.
Oh my goodness, they nail it every time with the ice, even the straw shape. You ever notice their straw shape a little different than everybody else's straw?
A little wider, a little more
They
circumference.
science that.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all to give you the best drink experience. They put more science in their ice than probably Pfizer put in half these vaccines. I'm just saying. Just saying.
We have to figure out a way to ice down these vaccines.
So give McDonald's a try today. I'm
yes.
just saying. It's really, they do an amazing job. Big thank you to them. It sounds like I hear our guest in the other room there. I'm not sure if she's with a guest or by herself.
So. If the guest has a guest.
But Barbara Gomez with Main Street Roswell will join us here in just a bit. Give us an update on what's happening through Main Street Roswell. Talk about some events and things like that. We got the Pusta. For UFO Expo. Cool. So we'll talk a little bit about that and talk about some other things as well, too. That's coming up next weekend, by the way. UFO Expo, 10th, 11th, and 12th at the Convention and Civic Center. They've got a bevy of guest speakers and events and things. Just kind of looking, including some of your favorites, too. And this is, by the way, not a replacement for the UFO Festival.
No.
They will have UFO Festival.
Oh, they have Stevie Ray Vaughan's nephew there.
Nice.
Cool. They got Travis Walton. I've talked to him a couple times. Who else on here? Is he? Tyrone Vaughn. Stevie Ray. He's his nephew. Cool. So yeah, they're gonna have live music. They're gonna have all kinds of stuff. Travel. It's Travel Channel. Brittany Barbieri from Travel Channel.
Cool.
Gonna be on there. Who else we got here? There's a bunch, but we'll talk more about it later here. Otherwise, why do the interview? But we'll have them join us here in just a bit, and then we'll talk about that and everything else. Before we do anything else, let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Things look pretty good for the upcoming weekend. We'll have high pressure over the area and mostly sunny skies today, and our afternoon high should be in the upper 60s. As far as the wind goes, just a little bit breezy, but not too windy. Wind will be out of the west at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Overnight, down to the low 30s and clear, and then we're in the upper 60s and a little bit breezy for Saturday and Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 49 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 30%. Winds currently out of the south at 10 miles per hour. We are looking at a sunny day with highs near 70, 69 officially. Winds will be, this is my favorite part, out of the west, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Not too windy today. Mostly clear tonight with an overnight low of 34 degrees. West winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, another nice one. Sunny skies, 71 for a high tomorrow. Winds will be out of the north, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, mostly clear. Overnight low of 38. Southwest winds, 5 to 15. Sunday, warmer, but breezy. They're talking sunny and 79, near 80 on Sunday. Winds will be up out of the southwest, 5 to 10 in the morning, but increasing 15 to 20, gusting as high as 30 miles per hour later in the day. So little breezy, not major breezy, but breezy enough to say it's breezy. For Sunday night, partly cloudy, overnight low of 42. And then we're going to be in the 80s on Monday, sunny and 81 and upper 70s for Tuesday. Temps start dropping into the 60s and 50s by Wednesday and Thursday of next week. But warming up for the next few days here. All right, it is 9:16. Let's go ahead and take a 2.5-minute commercial break, and then we'll talk with the folks from Main Street Roswell on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Your destination for health is closer than you think. You don't have to drive hours for personalized care. You can get high-quality health care right here, close to home, at Artesia General Hospital. From hip, knee, and shoulder replacements to sports injuries, general surgery, pain management, and wound care, our providers will help you get back to doing the things you love right here in Southeast New Mexico. Artesia General Hospital is here for you when you need us. To learn more about some of our key service lines, visit artesiageneral.com/closer.
I'm Clyde Lewis. Some of the strangest and most important stories have been avoided by the mainstream media, but we cover them all on Ground Zero, weeknights at 8 on 106.5 Roswell Talk FM.
Hey, I'm really disappointed because I'm not in Roswell, because if I was in Roswell, I would be eating a Dion's Pizza. Why? It's the best damn pizza anywhere. Special thanks to Robert and his staff at Dion's Pizza, Salads, and Subs for their great hospitality and great food.
The mission of Country Club Road is to know Jesus and make Jesus known. We want to know Jesus better so we can become more like him and be moved to share Jesus with those around us. One of the words that best describes Jesus is authentic. This is a word that should describe Christians as well. Unfortunately, sometimes those who claim to be Christians are the most unauthentic people. We put on our masks and try to be something we aren't. Jesus came from a humble background. He didn't need to act like a king because he knew he was the king and eventually he would rule. Although he was perfect, he didn't lord it over them he encountered. Yet he knew he was something different. He was different from the religious leaders. He was definitely different from anyone they had encountered before. Those he met felt his strength, power, concern, and ultimately his love. His character could not be questioned without spreading lies. The truth always came to light. Let's strive to remove our masks and be authentically his in this world.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
The NMAA state basketball playoffs are finally here, and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM has you covered as your Goddard Rockets look to keep it alive. Tune in this Saturday as your 16-seed Goddard Rockets square off against the 1-seed Chargers of Albuquerque Academy. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM will have coverage of the game this Saturday beginning at 5 p.m. with audio-only coverage available worldwide at ksbptv.com. Rockets versus the Chargers of Albuquerque Academy, Saturday beginning at 5 p.m. on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
If you plug your nose, you can't tell the difference between an apple, potato, and an onion, unless you open your eyes. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 18 minutes after 9 o'clock. Barbara Gomez from Main Street Roswell is going to join us in just a second here. She's grabbing something and be right back, but she'll join us here. Peggy's here. I'm not going to put you on the spot yet. I'll wait till Barbara comes in. I won't make you all right, tell us what's going on, babe. I won't do that, but Barbara will join us here, and we'll talk Main Street Roswell, we'll talk UFO Expo, and all the other things that are going to be coming up here through Main Street Roswell. But while we're doing that, I do want to remind folks that I've said it, I've been saying it all morning, and if you just tune in, I want to remind you, if you have a high school junior or senior that wants to be involved in this year's Leadership Roswell Alumni Association Teen Leadership Institute, which is taking place March 26th through the 28th at the New Mexico Military Institute campus, today is the last day to register. They are only taking applications through the end of today. Good news is you can still get an application in. It doesn't cost anything. All high school juniors and seniors are able to attend. And but you do need to get your application in. Shoot an email to Roswell Teen Leadership, all one, no spaces, at gmail.com. Roswell Teen Leadership at gmail.com. Ask for an application. They'll send it to you. Fill it out. Turn it back in before the end of the day here today. And they will get you in. It doesn't cost anything. It's completely free, and it's for all high school seniors and juniors. They're going to be giving away over $5,000 in scholarship money during this 3-day event. It's a really great thing. So please fill out your applications. Get them in today. I hate for you to miss out on that opportunity. So, all right, it is 20 minutes after 9 o'clock, and Barbara Gomez is back from go upstairs here, and then of course we have Peggy Seski join us as well with Main Street Roswell. Good morning, ladies. How's everybody doing today? How's life in Main Street this morning?
Busy. I'm telling you what, we are so busy. There's so much going on.
Lots of great things are coming up. You know, spring, it starts to turn spring.
It does.
Things start to rev up. Lots of stuff.
Allegedly going to be 80 on Sunday, so that feels a little spring-like to me.
And today, I think it's what, 70s, or did you say?
Supposed to be near 70 today, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff revving up for us. Of course, with spring coming up, we will be doing spring planting really soon.
Okay.
We will have a spring fundraiser, which I'll let Peggy talk more about later.
Okay.
We finally took down the Christmas decorations. I thought we were going to become, those people that leave their decorations up all year long.
Those decorations, you'll never hear me complain. I love those. I can look at them all year. I like when you come down at night and seeing all the light poles and everything lit up
lights,
and the white lights. It's pretty.
So we didn't take, and of course the lights went down as well. And then we finally got the Christmas decorations down. But we're, like I said, revving up about this time of the year. We're getting ready for the UFO Festival. And you're thinking, wow, you're already thinking about July. But those things come up really, really fast. And so
they were thinking about the UFO Festival last July for this July. That's the date.
Really,
as
soon as it's over, you start thinking about what you're going to do
next year. Exactly.
So we've got some really fun things planned. And if I can talk for just a minute about July the 4th weekend, Main Street has been known for the, I guess you can call it ground zero, where a lot of things happen right there on Main Street.
Sure.
So this year, what we plan to do is close down everything from 2nd Street all the way down to 5th Street.
Okay, so going back to closing down the Main Street.
Closing down
Great.
the main streets. And so this time we will have vendors back on the streets again. We hope to have some entertainment. We hope to have the stilt guy there, a few things going on.
Kind of what we're used to seeing.
What you're used to seeing. So there will be food trucks flanking the courthouse lawn, the same usual things that we like to do and that we're known for.
And of course, all those Main Street businesses that you are normally, the street in front's going to be normally
packed.
Open is now closed. They can walk in. So,
they can walk around.
So you can walk in there and do some shopping, or I'm just telling you, usually the first weekend of July in Roswell is hotter than Hades. So if you need a little air conditioning break or something,
you might want to go shopping. Go inside and go shopping. So so we're ahead of the game right now, talking about the UFO Festival. But it is March, and it is one of my favorite months of the year. I love St. Patrick's Day. I love green. I love anything St. Patrick's. So we're getting ready to hopefully be having a really special St. Patrick's Day event coming up. I'm still working on the details, so I'm not going to tell you guys yet.
But imagine partnering with some of our Main Street merchants and things.
For the 17th for St. Patrick's Day. So we'll let you guys know a little bit more about that.
Celebration and make plans to attend a festive event.
Yeah, or at least come learn a little something about what all St. Patrick's is about. So I'm working on that.
It's not all about green beer and green everything.
That's right, green everything. In the meantime, you can have some green drinks over Stellar's. They're going to be serving some green drinks all month long.
Cool.
And our theme for this month, for those of you that are wondering,
Dr. Seuss.
This month is it's his birthday, but we're going to celebrate a whole month of Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
So it's not just one day. And so
I know yesterday was National Read Across America Day, and so they were doing, and I know like a lot of local schools were doing because of Dr. Seuss's birthday. I think it's all in conjunction. Read Across America. They created it to coincide with Dr. Seuss's birthday, but so we were doing all things Dr. Seuss yesterday, and this will be all month long here with Dr. Seuss stuff.
And so I love his books. I really do. I think that they're fun books for kids, and even as adults, you still remember.
Sure.
All about them. But it says here that in honor of Dr. Seuss' birthday, March is designated as National Reading Month, a month to motivate Americans of all ages to read every day. Reading is fun and has many benefits regardless of your age.
Absolutely.
So if you got little kids, pull out a Dr. Seuss book and read to them.
Library is just a couple blocks away.
That's right.
Take your family down to the library and get free books and free things, and the whole world is at your oyster for free at the library.
It is.
Go down there and they have other things besides books, but check out the books.
You know what? They are really, really helpful there.
Yeah.
I go there and they, find things for you. Enid is very helpful. Everyone there is very helpful.
Is that technically in the Main Street quarter of the or is that just outside? I didn't know if that was still counting or is that outside?
Well, it actually is. The alley is actually where it ends.
I knew it's like right on the bubble there. I just didn't know if it was.
It's what is it, Richardson? So it just really kind of goes right behind there.
It's close enough to call it good.
It's close enough. So as a matter of fact, we're getting ready to do a bench dedication there at the library park coming up later this month.
Good.
For somebody that dedicated.
So when the weather's nice, it'd be a good place to sit and read a book.
Yeah. And just a little, I guess, a little plug on our benches. If you've seen benches up and down Main Street, some of them have dedications on them.
Yeah.
And people have purchased those specific benches to dedicate their family members. Peggy, for instance, has one in honor of her husband just right in front of Bank of the Southwest.
Oh, nice.
And so we've got one up for Johnny Gonzalez, Dusty Huckabee. There's quite a number of them.
There's room for more if you want to honor someone and things. Please reach out to Main Street. Now, and the good news, I think, I don't know all the details, but they've started back up the program with the benches. They found, didn't I hear they found someone that can accept the lids and everything again?
Yeah.
So they're back to be able to do this again. So it had a little hiatus as they had a company that kind of changed and
You know
rehan.
anything about that?
But I think it's all back to business
It
now.
is back. The company, the people that owned it wanted to retire.
Yeah, okay. And so they needed someone to pick up the mantle.
After a certain time, you get old. So they wanted to retire.
Dang it.
But they didn't want to leave us in the lurch, so they were really looking hard. And
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad they were doing
They got a
I'm glad
buyer.
they did
So
that.
it's the same place.
Good.
So nothing's changed. The same
Keep,
good quality.
So keep saving your soda bottle caps and your plastic lids to like the mayo jars and things. There's a whole list.
There's
you go to Main Street website, you can see the list.
There's a whole
of everything.
list. Yeah. And the location drop-offs is the Chamber of Commerce and Southwest Print. So you can drop them off there.
Yeah, I know the chamber. They got their little thing outside. So if you knock on the door and no one's there, they got a thing right out there. You can leave it there.
They actually were getting a new one. So if there's not one out there, give
it got
us a call. You got a little
wind help.
So
it is right there in the wind on the corner, and things happen. So,
we're working to get them a new bucket out there, a new big trash can to be able to do that. But that's still going on. And something that's coming up next week, Mike, that we are not the organizers of
adjacent to and supporting.
Yes, we are not putting this event on. However, we thought it would be a great opportunity to be able to support something that's coming to town.
Well, it impacts Main Street Roswell, even if it's not technically a Main Street Roswell event, but this is an event that ideally brings business to Main Street, brings traffic to Main Street. So you're here to support it and encouraging people to come out and be a part of it.
So in case somebody's out there that has not heard about it, it is not the UFO Festival. It's the UFO Expo.
This is like a bonus. So if you're a UFO into the UFOlogy, this is like a bonus. You get this basically the caliber of talent and things that are coming in that we get at the UFO Festival.
Right.
But it's all just devoted to that with the cosplay and entertainment. So there's a lot more to it. So it's like a mini UFO Festival all at the convention center. And I would even call it a pre-UFO festival.
I think so, too, for right now.
Come out and then some of these folks will come back in July that you get to talk. Some won't, but some will be here. So please.
Yeah, if you look at their website, it's ufoxpo.com. But they say they're going to have celebrity speakers. They are going to have films. So they're going to be showing a few of those. They're going to do some cosplay. I just heard yesterday that they will have a band. Yeah. So there will be a band that starts later in the evening, like from 9 to 12 or something.
I'm guessing, because I'm looking at the poster here, and they've got Tyrone Vaughn, who's actually Stevie Ray Vaughan's nephew. I'm guessing that's part of the music. I'm assuming
I'm not
Stevie
sure.
Ray Vaughan's nephew's a musician. Maybe he's here for aliens. But
I don't know. Who knows?
I think he's a musician.
But you'll have a chance to come and see these guys if you want. It's a 3-day event. So it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But here's the cool part. Mike, the second guy on the pictures there that you're seeing, that Tom Reed, he is the organizer of the event. He's been in Roswell a number of times to the UFO Museum and has spoken there. And so he wanted to do something special for Main Street specifically and for the citizens of Roswell. And so he said that he would give tickets for half price for 3 days. So I think the price, if you bought them early, the tickets were $99. If you bought them later, it's like $140 or something. It's a little bit more. But if you buy them from here and you are from Roswell, so if you have a Roswell driver's license, you can prove you're a resident of Roswell.
Sure.
You get a ticket for $49 for the whole weekend.
Excellent. And again, it's the 10th, 11th, and 12th next weekend. So it's all 3 days.
It's all 3 days.
Yeah.
Now, Main Street's going to be there. We plan to be there.
You going to have a booth or table or something?
Yeah, we're going to have a table. We're going to be selling a few T-shirts. We're going to be selling some UFO swag.
Okay.
We're also taking our alien with us for photo opportunities. So you can take a picture with our life-size alien.
Cool.
But the other big thing that we're doing is trying to promote business in Roswell.
Sure.
So we're encouraging people. So we put together, and I can give you a few of them, but we're still working on who's going to do what.
So they'll be doing some like specials and things during the 3-day event. Some of the Main Street businesses.
Yeah.
Cool.
So to encourage people to go there. So let's say, for instance, the Gallery Arts, you get one free raffle ticket with the purchase. So if you purchase anything, you get a raffle ticket, and later on you get they do a drawing for whatever their raffle is.
If you never walked in there, make Saturday or next Saturday the first time, because it's a beautiful, the artists and everything in there, it's a real treasure.
It really is very nice. And if you're into art, they've got artists from all over the place that come in there.
Absolutely.
Then we have CS Designs. They normally do free engraving with the purchase of a tumbler. So you can go in and see them. She's a Dandy. She's a Dandy is a really cool shop in the fact that you can go in there and you can say, you know what, I like that, that design, but I don't like that T-shirt. Can I change it
very
to this color? Very customized. And so they can make any design T-shirt that you want while you wait.
Yeah.
And so
not to mention they got other cool clothes and things, and I always think of animals because of the Runyon Ranch, and they during First Friday they always bring the Runyon Ranch animals and things. So they got more than that, but I always think of animals when I think of that.
And I think they seem to have on First Fridays usually they seem to have the little donuts out there in front of their
They
building.
know it brings the people in. Food always brings you in.
I don't know if they'll be there this time or not. Let's see, Moon Man, they're going to give, and this is one free tote with a purchase of 2 or more shirts on Saturday only.
Nice.
So he's giving away some really nice bag
And
totes.
of course, if you need, custom printing for your organizations or business or individual, they got you covered.
Yeah. And so, of course, then we have Stellar Coffee Company right downtown. They're going to be serving specialty Irish drinks. So we will have a really full list.
One could argue that the green drinks at Stellar would be
right or not.
just as much for the aliens as it would be for the Irish. You know what I mean?
You're right.
I'm kind of thinking,
what? Maybe
green
they
drink,
can
is it alien green or is it Irish green?
You know what? They can translate that over.
That could be the debate.
The debate, right. They could do that. So we will get this on our Facebook as soon as I get the full list of who's doing what. We'll put it on our stakeholders page and our regular Facebook page. And we're also going to hand these out during the expo. So when people are walking around, we're going to encourage them, hey, head down Main Street. And you'll have one other reason. Peggy, I'm going to let you talk all about that in a little bit. But we're going to give them another reason to come down Main Street. We're going to have meet and greets with some of these celebrities that are coming.
So when they're not doing their panels at the convention center, there will be maybe some merchants or downtown here. You can kind of meet and talk with them. And
just walk in, go into that merchant's business, and see the celebrity that's coming. So starting out on Saturday at 10 a.m. at the UFO Museum, a gentleman by the name of Frank Renda will be there. He is not on the poster.
Okay.
This is a new add-in.
A late edition?
Yeah, but he has robots, R2-D2 and that type of stuff.
Wow.
And so they will be there at the UFO Museum. They're not going to move them from there. They're going to be there most of the day because they're pretty heavy, I guess.
Sure, I would imagine those are kind of bulky.
So they're going to be there. The next one at 12 to 1 will be Mr. Tom Reed and Mr. Mike Barrow will be at McDonald's.
Okay.
And McDonald's has already told me they're going to roll out the red carpet for that and do some fun things and have some drinks.
Okay.
And so if you want to go by McDonald's on Saturday from 12 to 1, and then Daryl Sims, if you've had a chance to get on his website, a lot of them have little videos. And Daryl Sims talks about being abducted from a young child, like 5 or 6 years old.
He comes to all the UFO festivals, so he's one of the more recognized panelists that come to the event every year.
And so Daryl Sims will be at Pepper's Grill from 1 to 2.
Okay.
So that's a kind of a fun place to go and
have a nice lunch,
have a lunch and listen to that. And from 2 to 3 o'clock over at Moonman Printing, Travis Walton will be there. That's another really interesting one.
Absolutely.
That's been on national TV.
Go dig on your Amazon or whatever. There's a movie that came out in the 90s called Fire in the Sky.
And actually, that's what he's going to be talking about.
Yes.
Fire in the Sky.
And it stars D.B. Sweeney. D.B. Sweeney, the actor, plays Travis Walton in that movie.
Oh, does it really?
And it's called Fire in the Sky. It stars James Garner. Obviously,
find
he's
him
passed.
really quick here.
And I can't remember.
Yes, and Travis is going to be doing Fire in the Sky.
There's a few celebrities that are in that movie.
That.
James Garner is probably the biggest name. He plays the sheriff. And in essence, what happens, and just to give the rough, if you want to know, he was a lumberjack up in the Arizona mountains. And they were out cutting wood, and it was a pickup truck, and it was him and some of the cutter guys.
I think I remember this.
And so they're up in the woods doing their logging stuff, and they see a crazy light and everything, and so they drive to it, and they see the UFO there in the woods, and Travis gets out of the truck and walks up, and then he gets hit with a beam and gets sucked up in the ship.
Oh, wow.
Disappears for 3 days.
Wow.
The rest freak out, go back to town, tell everybody. They're like, no. Those three were about to get arrested for murder of Travis when he showed up out of nowhere 3 days later. And then the story
And then that's
goes
where the story starts.
So to hear that story from the actual guy, that's Travis.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched that movie years ago and got fascinated by it. And it was a big deal movie. It was, for its time, it was a blockbuster-ish for that time.
And so the really cool thing, they are going to be at Moonman Printing from 2 to 3. So these are all free, meet and greets. So you can come and see them, listen to them.
And the other cool thing, real quick, about the end of that was I watched. He's got a documentary about the event, and here's the thing: it gets me. You go back to the exact spot today, and things are different. Like the trees in that area are a little shorter than the rest of the ones. Like whatever impression that ship left. I don't know if it's nuclear or whatever. You can tell that the trees, that area, it's different than the rest of the woods around it. So something happened there. I'm convinced of it.
Yeah, I'm sure something did. Really kind of funny. This is kind of a little side thing. I was just looking through my Facebook, and you know how sometimes they post little videos on there.
Yeah.
And somebody had posted a video from their Ring cam. Like the
Ring doorbell cams. Yeah.
And I kid you not, that alien looks like the one that sits in our office right now, Peggy.
I think those are people having fun, but
no, he looked really real. He was just standing there looking around.
Yeah.
And it was just a really short snippet. But I guess maybe we're not the only ones here.
There's a whole lot of stuff. I don't know.
The
problem is there's a lot of people that like to make those things, so it kind of dilutes the water a little bit.
Yeah.
But the Travis Walton story is an amazing one. If you're not familiar with it, that one is one of those to me that says, I don't know either, but that man clearly, and after talking with him, he just looks like a guy. He's a real nice guy, real jokey and everything, but he's got that look about him like he's seen something, like something happened. You know what I mean? Like something's there happened to that guy.
So some of them are even, I understand, going to bring some artifacts and items with them that, that they say are kind of like alien type items. So.
Sure. Well, even the stuff from here in Roswell, they they found metals and things up there that they can't
identify.
It doesn't work on any of our elemental charts or anything.
Right.
So, yeah.
So then from 3 to 4 at the Gallery Arts, Ben Hansen will be there. And from 4 to 5, Mark D'Antonio will be at Moonrock Outfitters.
Cool.
So I will be placing this schedule also on our Facebook. And so if you're interested in going, just look on our Facebook or call these locations. Again, there'll be UFO Museum, McDonald's, Pepper's Grill, Moonman Printing, the Gallery Arts, and Moonrock Outfitters.
Absolutely. Now, to get tickets for UFO Expo, like you mentioned, the discount.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned
Do they go to UFOexpo.com to get that, or do they need to go to a local merchant to get that?
I've got tickets in my office right now.
And I think the Chamber has some,
The Chamber has some also, and I'm trying to think somebody else is having some, but I don't remember who right now. But give us a call. Call the Chamber. Call Main Street Roswell. We have tickets there for $49, so that you can go to this event.
Yeah,
and of course they're going to have the Galacticon will be there as well. So
Are they doing the cosplay and all that?
They're doing cosplay. Okay, cool. They're doing costumes. They're doing all kinds of stuff.
So all you cosplayers and gamers and those types, love to come on out and enjoy the expo as well.
You know what? They're going to be doing some movies outside, and I will have. I was in charge of food trucks, so our Main Street is. And so we will have some food trucks out there, so you can go out there to be like bistro or maybe, some tacos pita or something,
Our
and
food
go
trucks,
out.
They bring their A game.
Yeah, they really
They
do.
bringing in some new trucks too, and new food.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, I'm working on another gentleman that wants to come from Albuquerque, and he has a really big truck that looks like one of the carnival trucks. You know those really big carnival trucks that have the whole thing? And so they're going to be blocking off an area so that you can walk around there and grab you some food. You can take it back in, go to the concert, walk around, buy a little bit of swag, take pictures with Main Street.
Meet some of the guests,
So
panelists.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. You'll see the sign. It'll be going up today. It'll be on the courthouse lawn, just to remind you guys not to miss that on this event.
Yep. If you want to go to ufoexpo.com, you can kind of see all the panel speakers, see all the schedule of events and what's going to take place where there. You can order tickets there, but if you want the $50 Roswell special, talk to Barbara at Main Street, or go by the chamber and reach out that way, because I don't know, but I think they may just be offering the $99 or the whatever it's up to ticket online.
They may. I don't know what they're doing there. All I know is they gave me this special for Roswell residents.
And you've got them, so we can guarantee these are $50. Come get those.
Yeah. So now we're going to talk to you about something fun that happened recently. You want to tell them about our...
Well, you'll have to chime in.
I will have to be happy to.
Okay, we had a meeting with all of our business owners. They were all invited to a stakeholders meeting because they do have a stake in Main Street.
It's their Main Street. They want to take ownership in how to make it the best Main Street possible.
It is their Main Street, and that's what we wanted them to say, what they want to see on Main Street. We have a lot of long-range plans that take time.
Sure.
So,
and I imagine as board members and as part of the Main Street, you want that input because you want to know what direction. At the end of the day, the board is kind of at the direction of what the merchants of Main Street.
Right.
So what they want is what you guys strive to do.
Yep, that's right.
So it's not what we want,
right?
But we want what's good for Main Street.
Now that being said, the board is made up of a lot of Main Street owners and things that have a stake in the game, and so
and that's why we call them stakeholders because they do have a stake. They
absolutely
have a stake in the game.
And a note on that: Peggy is a board member. She's a secretary for Main Street Roswell.
Yes, I've been on the board
she's an officer.
for many years.
Do you have good penmanship? That's usually one of the reasons why they make someone secretary.
No, it's just because nobody else wanted
right, you were the short straw.
Isn't that how it generally
That's
works?
the other reason.
It was my turn.
Gotcha.
But I have been on the board for several years.
Good deal.
Since 2007, actually.
So you've seen a lot of evolution of Main Street over the years. Yeah, absolutely.
But our stakeholders were asked a couple of things to do during this meeting, and one of them was to vote on the different events. We have events that we put on during the year.
Sure.
Whether they're beneficial to the downtown area, we wanted to know that, and we also wanted to know if they wanted it.
Sure. Well, and there's even been like the movie, like sometimes the event went to the depending on the event, went to the fairgrounds for a year, and they came back.
During
so
the pandemic,
you're kind of learning to say, hey, did you guys see a bump there? Did you all, what was it beneficial to have it here? Was it not? That's the feedback you guys are looking for.
Yes.
Or we also wanted to know what their favorite ones were. And so we gave them, we did what we did called as a dot survey.
Okay.
We gave them all a little sticky dot.
Okay.
And we had a board set up where they had to go and vote.
Kind of pick their favorites.
They could only pick 2 of the favorites out of 4.
Okay.
The UFO Festival, the Chili Cheese Festival, our holiday event at Christmas time.
Okay.
In December, the farmers market. It's really not an event, but we do it for 13 weeks in the summer, so it's a pretty good size event.
Well, I don't know what the Main Street folks said, but I can tell you from a citizen folk, we love that farmers market. So I hope they like it too.
I appreciate hearing that.
It doesn't mean that we're going to stop doing them. We just want to know what
benefits them.
Yeah, what benefits them the most, or what they like the most.
Sure.
And what they might participate in.
Sure.
Right.
What they're more likely to get involved with. Yeah.
That's another thing that we'll talk about.
And so the top 2 were, Peggy?
The UFO Festival and the farmers market.
Oh, good.
Those voted the most favorite ones for Main
And
Street.
the others were not far behind.
I'm about to say, I like what they're thinking. I think I probably would have slightly led that way myself had I. I think that's where I would have gone.
The Chili Cheese Festival is an agricultural festival.
Sure, which I love. It's a great festival.
And we're going to do a little bit more with that this year.
A lot more, actually.
Last year was kind of a funky year for that.
Sure.
It was.
Well, it's been they've tried to get new ideas and they're trying to kind of groom it into something big sustain. And so they're trying to find the right chemistry
you
of
just have to trial
events
and
and
error.
things to make it, you know, what they envision it to be.
Well, and we also want to make it what it was at one time. So we are working to see if we can't get the Leprino tours back up.
That was always a big part of it.
Yeah,
and we couldn't do it.
Yeah,
because of the
well,
pandemic.
And if for anyone that knows how things operate at Leprino, it's a very secure, very hygienic facility, and things like COVID, they don't mess around with that kind of stuff. And even before we even heard of the word COVID, you were gloved up, bootied up, and all kinds of masked up before you walked into that place. So they're very stringent on that kind of thing.
Charlie's, what is it, Chocolate Factory? You know how they were all suited up, you know?
But,
that's kind of what it
which
looks
they
like.
love doing the tours and things, but ideally they don't want a bunch of people potentially contaminating their
and then
stuff.
that fresh cheese at the end with the pizza.
So I understand how they're very protected, but we'd love to.
But we do contests, and it's going to be agricultural type because we're a pecan area too.
Sure. We're nuts.
So we're nuts. So we got the best of everything, don't you think?
That's
We've
right.
got cheese, we've got chili, we've got
chili,
pecans.
cheese, nuts, and aliens. What else do you need?
What else do you need? So
we're
going to work on we're going to work on the cow again this year, the milking cow, so milking demonstrations.
Good deal.
I've got some other fun demonstrations that I'm working on. I need to double myself is what I need to do right now.
We need to
Have
clone
so
her.
much. I need another person.
Get that movie Multiplicity, so we can take
Yeah.
some notes and make a couple. There was like 4 Michael Keatons in that movie. So
Oh man, that would be fun. That would be great. I could send myself somewhere to go do. I don't know if we can handle that. I don't think we can handle that one.
Let's think about that one.
So the other question we asked, which we thought was really kind of cool, what's good about Main Street? Because sometimes we forget, because we're here.
Can't see the forest from the trees.
You can't see it, and you go to other places, and because I went up and down our corridor, which is going up to Lovington and Hobbs and Artesia, Ruidoso, and they have great main streets, but our Main Street really does rock. And so we asked our stakeholders, what do they like about us? And then
they think we have where the camaraderie is good among the businesses and among the people.
Sure. So they watch out for each other.
They do watch out. We have a website.
And that's
just
the great
for
thing
the vendors.
about Main Street and down that. It is it's an all in together mindset and that's a beautiful thing.
They're friends, they're family.
Yeah, they look out for each other.
I mean, they just posted just.
They're actually neighbors.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
they
neighbors.
literally are neighbors,
they are
and
neighbors.
they treat each other neighborly, which is a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, just recently they posted something about a gentleman that they felt was being a little shady. They weren't sure, and they felt a little, concerned about him. So they posted it on Facebook, so everybody was aware. Look out for this guy. This is what he looks like. This is what he's wearing.
That's great.
So watch out.
That's the beauty of a community like this. Is everyone?
We are a small community, and we need to look out for each other, and we need to make them aware of something that might be happening in town.
This is again why we have this most unique city that is Roswell. We have amenities of a larger city like Albuquerque, but at the end of the day, we're a 50,000 small town community, and so we've got the amenities of a big city with the mindset of Mayberry, and that's
right.
And
we're
that's,
known
that's not a bad thing.
And we're known nationally and internationally as a place to go.
Exactly.
So that's pretty cool.
we're the most unique equation out there when it comes to business and
they say we have a walkable streetscape. That was
so
one
it's
of
a
the
nice
things.
place to walk.
It's a nice place to walk, and we're trying to. That's what we're working on.
That's always
now.
been a goal.
Yeah.
I think.
I happen to be on the design committee for the downtown.
Yeah, and that's be for you.
We need to do more outside stuff to bring people, outside.
Sure.
And bring them downtown just to sit and have coffee.
Sure.
Or, just to walk.
Yeah, go.
It's
go,
safe.
Go,
it's safe to walk.
Sure, or
also.
go sit on the courthouse lawn at lunchtime and have your lunch. Go
sit
pick
on
up
some of our benches
pick
that
up
we
some
have put
coffee
around.
or something from around, and then sit out in the park there, or sit in Pioneer Plaza and hang out and have lunch.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So they we have a new director. That was one thing that they commented, and that is very enthusiastic.
Well, good.
So Barbara is.
I need to eat my
not ready to get rid of you yet, huh?
I need to eat more Wheaties. Is what I need. Something.
She is our official streetwalker.
Good deal.
And I do.
I feel like you need a name tag.
I guess I better.
Official streetwalker.
So Main Street streetwalker.
Yes.
Yeah, I've had a few people say. Well, I've had a few people say after one of our board meetings. We get out sometimes after it's a little bit dark, and I've had people say, Barbara, I saw you standing on the street talking to somebody. What were you doing? And After dark.
Working.
On the corner, working.
On the corner, working.
Yeah, that's our corner.
Yeah.
Okay. The Christmas lights definitely were a plus.
Mhm.
And I think the white lights and the trees, I just love
It
those
sets
downtown.
the tone, and
Yeah,
that's why I
it
said
sets the tone.
I know
those.
they finally come down in February, but I'd be if someone said, you know what, leave them up if we could afford it, because I know it's expensive.
It's not so much the afford,
Yeah.
it's the we have to get approval
Sure.
to leave it up because the trees grow during the spring
That
and
makes
summer.
sense, and so it.
And we don't
next
want
thing
to
you know,
kill
the
them.
lights are buried into the
They're
bark and
buried
everything.
into them,
we
and
don't want
they're
that.
Well, they
we'll
don't
kill
want
them
that.
down. So
But it's pretty.
we're working on a way to have some flexibility
Okay.
to do that.
Yeah.
Can we stunt the growth so the trees will just stay at the size they are right now?
You know what? That might be a movie we could look at and see what we can do with that one. The trees and the green plants.
They really like those.
They really like that, and that reminds me that we are having a community planting day, which will be April the 22nd.
Okay, so a little over a month away here. About a
So
month
you'll
and
be
a
seeing
half.
flowers popping up really quick.
Yeah. And sign up because it's cool. They go through town and with the planters and all the things downtown and get them ready for spring. You know,
And
that's what
the
they do.
city's working really hard to get water in them. Water to each of the planters.
And the businesses themselves take
and the
ownership
trees.
of them and really, if
They
they got
do
one in
take
front of their
ownership.
business, they
They
take
watch
care
it.
of them and
Yeah.
keep them
Sometimes they
healthy
need
and all
pruned
that.
a little bit.
Yeah.
They need
Yeah.
water.
So again, back to that neighborly thing. It's kind of
Yes.
we have the volunteers that come through and kind of get them ready, but then it really it's the merchants and them that kind of keep it maintained throughout the season there and kind of
We will have the potting soil and everything for the planting day, the plants.
We get our
Roswell Seed.
get
who
them
is in
the great
one of our
downtown merchant.
stakeholders.
A
Yes,
downtown
that's
merchant.
they've been
right.
there a few years too. You're talking about things that have been around a while.
So yes, they're got them in their greenhouses right now,
Good deal.
growing for us.
Yeah.
So, but any group that would like to come out and bring a pile of volunteers, that's
Absolutely.
wonderful.
Bring out your Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts,
Yeah, your
youth
garden
group,
clubs out there. Love to have you all come
your
out.
civic organizations. You need something
Absolutely.
civic to do, some community work. We
Maybe
would
you're-
absolutely love to
Or if
have
you're just
you come
a
out.
family that wants to expose your
That's
kids to
right.
some,
Just come out.
to serving the community type events, it's a great way
Yeah.
to get your kids involved in that.
And just so you know, first of all, shout out to Jim Burris and the City of Roswell Parks. They are working on getting that water fixed. And so some of the pots might move. You may have a pot in front of you. It might have to be changed based on the availability of the water.
Gotcha. Good.
And
You can
so
only go where the
it's-
water goes.
Yeah. You can't. So that because I know for a few years, there wasn't that water, and businesses were going out there and watering their plants, which we appreciated that. But it'll be much better if the trees and the flowers can be watered.
Sure.
By the
on
city
a system
on
or,
a system or something like
that it's
Yeah.
set it and forget it type thing.
So
Yeah.
there was a lot, and I don't really want to go through all the suggestions.
Although if those merchants love watering it, because I imagine someone like doing it because they love gardening. It's
Just like going outside.
Well, you can go outside for a few minutes.
Yeah, exactly. You get like tired dealing with customers for a minute. Let me go out and water some plants and get some fresh air. And I get it.
I think maybe I would like to, and I didn't tell you this, Peggy. So surprise, surprise. I would like to have something tied up with the spring, planting, as calling it a spring cleanup day for Main Street. So
Okay.
basically, everybody go outside of your business. I know some businesses already do that, but sweep off your area, clean up around you. If you would like,
Wash
we can
your
help you.
windows.
We could help you
Yeah.
out with getting your windows washed. We could get a really good price so that you can do spring cleaning and get your business looking ready
Curb
for
appeal.
the events that are coming up. But we
Absolutely.
can tie that into
If
our
there's one of the
spring
youth groups at
Absolutely.
the high schools that would like to come out and wash windows, we'll furnish the stuff to do it. And
Good deal.
yeah. So
So please reach out.
please reach out.
Yeah.
So we had all kinds of suggestions, Mike, that they came up with, and so we are working on some of them. The big one that everybody said they wanted was to bring back the UFO festival back downtown and put it on the street like it was before.
So when you said when we talked about at the very beginning of this conversation, this is a direct result
This
of
is a
that
direct
feedback from the
result
merchants and
of
things.
them saying we want it back on Main Street. So we will be having a parade also during the UFO festival. So we have to kind of work all of that stuff in.
Okay.
They also want us to bring back Food Truck Fridays.
Oh,
And
good.
so I'm working on that to make sure that we already, have
deal.
all the, what do you want to call it, permits and everything we need.
Yeah, working with
ready
the
for
city
that.
on, and obviously with the UFO festival, that's a lot of working side by side with the city, especially when you talk about closing roads and things.
And the
That's-
DOT, of course.
Yeah,
that's
because now,
that's a big
especially
deal.
Main Street, because we got to get the state involved for that one. Unfortunately, that stretch of road is not run by the city
Yep.
or the county; it's the state. So.
Yep. So anyway, but that's about all I want to talk about today
Awesome.
about that. But it was a really cool meeting. It had a lot going on, and we had a good number of merchants and stakeholders show up. And you probably saw it in the paper yesterday. They put in a really great article. So thank you, Lisa, with the Roswell Daily Record for helping us out.
And
with
of course, if you're a Main Street merchant and maybe you didn't get a chance to attend the meeting and everything, but please reach out if you have questions.
I've got a
things.
PowerPoint. I've got information. You want to know what happened. I think that the more we get to know each other and just meeting with a few that were there, they were so excited to be there and to give us input and say, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? So we've got some fun things coming up. So
it's one of those things where we get, if everyone's working hand, we all got our business and everything, but everyone can work hand in hand because at the same time, you're trying to bring all the same people in front to see what you got, whether it's to show them your clothing or to show them your collectibles or show them your antiques
Right.
or show them your lunch.
Yeah, some of our new
whatever you're
people.
trying to do, we're all trying to get you to come do that.
Well, and this all doesn't happen just overnight and without having a fundraiser.
Absolutely.
So
that's right. Better talk about your fundraiser.
Yes, real quick.
So we do have a spring fundraiser on
Okay.
April the 8th. So
Okay.
it's going to be out at the fairgrounds.
Okay.
And we will serve dinner.
Okay.
So they can call me or Barbara, send us a note.
Reach out to Main Street Roswell.
Tickets are on sale already.
Okay.
So if you want a
On sale
ticket for
already.
that.
So it's a
It's
dinner.
It's a fundraiser.
Fundraiser
a
dinner.
candy bar game.
Okay.
So most
Good
people
deal.
know what that is.
Good
and
deal.
we'll give them details.
April 8th, and it's going to be out at the
Fairgrounds in the new building.
Okay.
In the new building.
In the new
And
building.
It has a name now, doesn't it?
I heard that it did the
It did.
Harold Hobson building.
Yeah, I think it's the Hobson building.
Larry Hobson?
Yes, it's
Hobson building.
Hobson building. Yes.
Hobson building.
Yeah,
The
I
whole
think it's
Hobson families work so
Yeah,
hard
I
on
think
that
it's called the
building.
Hobson building, and maybe
Hobson building.
the Larry Hobson building, but
I don't know.
I
Maybe
don't
it's
know
just
either.
the Hobson
but
building.
it might be just the Hobson. But it is the new building has a name now.
Yeah.
That was the
Okay,
point.
well,
Instead of just new building, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody knows the new building.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we do have to have a fundraiser once a year at least to help pay for some of this stuff. that we
Absolutely,
get.
yeah. And
So
so please reach out. And if you have any questions, go to mainstreetroswell.org. It's got a lot of the stuff we're talking about here. Don't forget Main Street Roswell on Facebook. Like and follow it. Shoot messages if you have questions in there. If you're a merchant, if you're an individual wanting to know, something, or maybe if you're interested in moving into the Main Street corridor, reach
for
out to Main
sure.
Street Roswell.
For sure.
They can help you navigate through that process as well too.
Right.
So
Because we had a few people move out, so we definitely need some people to move in. And just on a quick note, if you want to be a vendor for the UFO Festival, we're already
Now.
accepting applications.
yeah, we're already in March. This thing's in
July.
June, end of June, 1st of July here. So it's
so it's
just
coming up really, really quick. so.
Exactly. So
Anyway, but thank you, Mike. We
thank you,
appreciate
ladies.
your help.
We'll see you
Thank
here
for
next
letting us
time.
come.
And if we need anything additional to our monthly visit,
Yeah.
please let me know. I know we got a lot of stuff going on, so we probably need to
So we'll talk
get
again
you in a little sooner.
during April's first Friday. We'll talk about the spring things coming up. Okay.
Perfect.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
All right.
Thanks, you guys.
Mike.
Thanks, guys. All right, 9:58. Let's get you into a quick break before we get kicked off the radio. Don't go away. We'll be back.
Hey, Jennifer from Trustmark Roofing. Trustmark is one of the only roofing companies that's also a licensed commercial and residential general contractor.
Wow.
I know, who cares, right? Well, you should care. You see, a licensed roofer can install a new roof on your home, but really can't handle structural problems underneath. So if your roof needs reframing or your chimney needs a water diverting cricket, you may need to call a licensed general contractor. And coordinating two companies for your roofing job can get costly and messy fast. As a licensed roofer and general contractor, Trustmark can install a stunning new roof on your home and handle structural issues. This saves you time, money, hassle, and even makes it easier to file an insurance claim. Call today for your 20% off coupon for our spring roof and gutter maintenance service. 575-755-ROOF or visit us at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Hugh Hewitt is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM KE.